Good morning, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of NDB Media's Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday Morning Quarterbacks on Saturday. I welcome everyone for joining. I ask you to let me know who you are and where you hail from. I would appreciate a sound check at the same time. There are moments in your life when you hear people come and go, and they say certain things about what they're feeling when they go to Disneyland, when they go to a cemetery, they go to work, school. You hear their experiences, and there's one that I had always heard about being numb over an experience or frame of mind, state of mind. And I would have to say that I have identified that I would be numb right now. I have always been an observer in my life. And I have always tried to capture moments of that life, everyone that comes in and out. And this is not a eulogy by any means whatsoever, but it has come to pass on Tuesday. I lost my life partner. Margarita Noriega passed away on Tuesday at 6:28 p.m. Pacific time. Almost 33 years married. And I suppose I may have already mourned her loss or her passing before when I knew what she had. And I haven't dealt with it yet. I feel I have not. And that day will come soon. And my daughters and I have been at home. We've just been sitting there trying to get by the days, I suppose. Wallowing in sadness. Maybe the realization hasn't hit yet. I, over the last 2 years, have lost so many family members that, my brother 2 years ago, my mother last year, 3 uncles last year as well. Now my significant other on Tuesday. And now my co-host on this program, his daughter, Catherine, his beautiful oldest daughter, Catherine, passed away yesterday. When you're numb, you're numb. There's no other way to explain it. I don't expect Peter to join us today. It is one thing to lose your parents. It is another thing to lose your spouse. It's another thing to lose a brother or sister. But to lose a child, the system is not designed for that. It's not supposed to be the parents to bury our children. And now the big dog is going to have to do it again. I was there with him for Christopher. And now Catherine. I am so sorry, Peter. I am so sorry for what you have to endure and what you're going through now. I will miss Kathy as well. She was on this network several times, especially for Harry Potter. We had some wonderful programs with her. After Kathy was born, as I was told, I was the first one to hold her And there's a whole story behind that, and maybe in the future. Well, but because I was able to hold Kathy, I was able to hold my own daughter a few years later down the road. I was frightened. I always thought I would drop children, so I never held them. And Peter told me that Kathy was the, other than Eva and himself, no one had held Kathy. She's a beautiful girl. And I'm so sorry, Peter. Now you've lost both of your, they were twins. Real life does intrude on what we do. And I don't know what today is going to be, today's program. But we are human beings. We are real. And we struggle through this. I figured I was just going to do this program today and I would do the best that I could. I now mourn the passing of my brother from another mother, his daughter. And I mourn the passing of my life partner. But you've all joined us. And I don't know if the big dog will be here. I don't expect him to be. But we're still going to go on today. And we're going to have a conversation. I thank you on behalf of him. And I thank you myself for being here. And I'm sure this is just a jumbled mess because I don't know what I'm saying. But let's see if we can bring joy to one another in the darkness. And no, it wasn't a deliberate choice for me to not have the lights on. Maybe I was just feeling it. But my cats are here. And we'll see. But we're going to go ahead and continue to move on. And I'm going to try this again. And if I fumble it, I fumble it. Good morning, sports fans. And welcome to another edition of NDB Media's Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday Morning Quarterbacks on Saturday. And I thank everyone for joining. And already, thank you, Anime Girl. Your timing is beyond impeccable. And I thank you for joining us. Good morning, young lady.
Hi. How are we?
We are here, Aisha.
Stupid question, but had to be asked.
No one is asking a stupid question. Jay, thank you. Thank you, Jay, for this. And Jay reached out to me as well. People who I did not expect, not Jay, but people who I did not expect have reached out to me. And not one of them have asked me a stupid question.
I do have one bit of news. You have mentioned it previously about our other co-host, the big dog. He won't be joining us.
Okay.
He said as much to me. He will not be joining us today. To put it in a polite context, he's in another place that isn't very good.
Yes. I am hoping to see him either this morning or this afternoon.
Well, don't be surprised if you find something that's broken. Because the way he's phrasing things, that man is broken. I understand. Don't get me wrong. I get it. I understand. But that guy is broke.
Yeah, I thank you. I heed your words, and I was fortunate to speak to him yesterday, and I'm looking forward to seeing him today. So we'll see.
I honestly did not believe that you would produce or put this program on today, considering your own circumstances. As I've tried to explain to you before, your needs comes first. Your family's needs come second. The world can bloody well wait.
All right. Well, I'm going to violate a trust with the audience that I share with everyone with NDB Media. I remind them that the audience needs us as much as we need them. So I suppose I'm here for that reason as well. So selfishly, that's why I'm here. So, and I'm trying to be less of an ass than I am over anything else. Ladies and gentlemen, so many people have reached out to me. And my answer to them always was, I'm not the one that's suffering. Margarita is and was. And she's now resting. So I am still numb over that. There's no doubt about it. I think of her every day. And I thank everyone who's reached out, my neighbors, my seminary brothers, my coworkers, my former coworkers. I don't like using the word friends. Friends is such a lame catch-all for everything. I refer to everyone as my brother, my sister, my compatriot. I don't use the word friend. I think it's just...
Or that idiot from across the ocean.
No, you've always been a compatriot. You've been a compatriot. Yes, I've always referred to you as a compatriot. So it's just everyone's his friends. And when you work in a place that I used to, you learn that the word friend can be a pejorative. That's why I'm like, okay, everyone has their friends. I do not. And my office manager got really butthurt with me one day when I said, you are not my friend. She said, well, oh, for the love of God, woman, you've only been around me for 15 to 20 years. Oh, so I had to re-enlighten. I don't want to say re-engage or whatever, but look.
Re-educate?
The wrath of Claudia would, if I were to say re-educate, that would not be good right now.
Might take your mind off what's happening.
It might. And speaking of seeing, it has been cool here the last few days. And yes, the weather did strike. When Margarita passed away at 6:28 p.m., it rained a little bit thereafter. I expected the earthquake, but I was like, oh, okay, it might not be a little too biblical. But Mother Nature was letting me know. She loved it when it rained, and I did as well. And I think that's all we had in common. Of course. It would have been 33 years on June 12th, and her birthday is June 14th. So I did begin to tell people that her celebration of life would be on or about June 20th, but I think that might have been a mistake. It may be June 27th now. So I don't know when I'm going to receive her ashes. I've been told 10 to 15 days. And knowing the way things work, June 20th might be a little close. And I, who lived in the bureaucracy, understand such things. Yes, Miss Aisha.
At the risk of being extremely clumsy and rude, I wouldn't have thought cremation was the way that you would have gone. I would have thought because of your religion, you would have gone for a burial. Pardon my ignorance.
Yes, and this will create a problem with the family because she had mentioned that she wanted to be buried about a month and a half ago. But within the last few weeks, she changed her opinion and she left it to me. And I am going through that process. And we are going, I believe in July, we're going to be traveling to Mexico. We're going to be going to her hometown. Not Tijuana, where she was born, but where the family is down in Nochisclan. The pronunciation, the Indian pronunciation, oh my God. If you look at it, it's Nochislan. I speak English, people. But in Spanish, it's Nochisclan. Like, where the hell is the K? There is no K in there. There's no C. Oh, yeah, there's no cheese. Yeah, there is a C. But there's clan. Clan, hey, I know the South rise up when I say that word, but it's Nochis Clan. So anyway, they say Nochis Clan, and everyone that's from Mexico, they will always correct me. So, well, it's Nochislan. That's the way it's spelled, but the pronunciation. But anyway, I
Well,
miss the nudie
you
SOB.
probably find the pronunciation probably comes from the Aztec heritage that's probably in and around that area.
Yeah, the yes, that's what I refer to by the Indian heritage. Yes.
Yeah, well, you say Indian, I tend to use the what I know it as is Aztec, which is
yes, we would be
a very proud and very proud civilization, which unfortunately met a sad ending due to European interference. But never mind.
I have Aztec myself, not Mayan, because Mayan is a little bit further south. That's the peninsula and down in Guatemala and places like that. My coworker would be more Mayan than I would be, and I would be Aztec, but we have that in common. Caesar, I know you're not watching, brother, but good morning, Caesar. He is a former coworker of mine, a beautiful soul that he is. Kind of like Jay, those nice guys, and just nice guys, and you want to wring their neck because they're so nice.
or sit and take the mickey out of them because they've got weird, wonderful habits of walking across grass in the bare feet and seem to love it. You think, really?
That is funny. Yes, they do. Now, folks, look, I actually have quite a bit of news that we're going to get to, so I ask you to bear with us as we get going. I know it's 6:18. Look, today it's going to be a warm day out here in Southern California, at least out here in hell in Pomona. It's 52 degrees right now. My remote sensor says 50 degrees outside, 60 in here. So 52 degrees. It feels like 52. It's going to get to a high of 81. Oh, joy. It's going to be an overnight low of 58. So starting to warm up a little bit. And the wind is 0, even though it's pointing to the southeast, but it says 0. Humidity is very high right now. Yeah, I feel it, 94. I guess humidity is dryness, and it is dry out there right now. Air quality is 19, which they call it good. I don't know why. The dew point is at 51 degrees, so we're right above that. Pressure is at 30.01 inches and climbing. Visibility is at 10 miles. In aviation parlance, when you have it's called a 10-mile sky, meaning you have clear skies. And right now it is clear. Sunset will be at sunrise was at 5:40 a.m. almost 40 minutes ago. Sunset will be at 7:56 with our inexorable march to the longest day of the year in the summer. Moonrise will be at 7:52 and moonset will be at 5:31 a.m. We are in a full moon phase. Woohoo! It is what it is. Taking a quick look at history, back in 1890, first baseman David Fouts hits Brooklyn Bridegrooms, later the Dodgers, first home run during doubleheader, and they defeat the Chicago Colts at Washington Park, Brooklyn, back in 1890. Ooh, that's impressive. Taking a look at National Rugby League on the 28th, yesterday, the Ample Women's State of Origin, the Blues women 12-4 over the Maroons. That's in game 3. Now, the Telstra Premiership round 13 continued on the 29th, which was yesterday, in full. All these games are full time. Sharks 28, Sea Eagles 22. The Knights 28-22 over the Eels. The West's Tigers visiting the Bulldogs beat them 22-16 earlier today. Also earlier today, Storm beat the Roosters 18-14. And later, Broncos visit the Dragons and Raiders visit the Cowboys. Woohoo! So, Big Dog mentioned this, and this is what I will be doing today through Tuesday. I'm doing the poll today. Doing the poll. Very good. I Very good, Jay. And I want to thank you for your service. As a matter of fact, he is working this weekend as an elections worker. Thank you, Jay, for your service. And astutely, you know who you can thank. Me. I'll tell that story another day because Public Works, due to the legalities of where they get their monies from, there was a quirk in the law that Public Works employees could not work elections due to federal, state, county, and all these monies. And there was things you couldn't do politicking, basically. So I was the one that broke that. I think I've told that story. Randy Fogle, you vindictive mother. Well, you know what?
Language, Timothy.
Yep. Yeah. But you're welcome, Jay. It really is, dude. It really is. Public Works employees, and we are one of the best departments at volunteering for poll workers. Yes, you are welcome. But this is your day off, Jay. So all kidding aside, thank you for your service. And I miss doing that. I genuinely do. And
would you like the weather from over here just to
please? Please.
Would you like some weather? Right. Some weather from over this side of the pond. This precise moment, it is 75. The pollen is high. We have a 5-mile-an-hour wind. We have 41% humidity. Our visibility is only 6.2, and our dew point is 50%.
Wow. Wait, your dew point is 50% or 50 degrees?
50 degrees, sorry.
Wow, I think that was our dew point as well. 50 degrees.
And it's looking like it's going to be about 81 in London, 78 in Southampton.
Wow, not bad. Wow.
And there is no precipitation forecast for at least 2 hours.
Oh, well, yeah, don't you always get rain out there?
No.
Okay. Today, we're starting a warming trend. It's been cool for the last few days. Today, it's going to be, well, my iPhone says it's going to be 79 degrees.
Well,
Weather.com said.
We've just come through a 3-day heat wave.
Oh, no, it's going to warm up a little bit, but your heat wave is a genuine heat wave. Yes. When you guys say heat wave, yeah, that's hot. No, today's going to be 79, tomorrow 85, then Monday 84, 80, 81, 81. Look, I can do low 80s. Give me a effing break, folks. I can do low 80s. That's not hot for us. That's a warming trend. And then by Sunday of next week, we're going to be 79. So I can do with that. I still am planning one trip, and I will be in Las Vegas next month. I believe it's June 21st, Sunday through the 26th or the 25th for a tax conference. My youngest and I will be going to that. So I am, looking forward to that. And all of my travel has been postponed for obvious reasons, except for that one because I needed to make that conference. So, oh my goodness. As I go from sports to news into Aisha, I apologize. Once again, I have to give a shout out. Her name was Rachel, the nurse that Maggie had in her last 2 days. It's a beautiful, beautiful soul, Rachel. I am eternally grateful to you and to everyone else there that cared for her in her last few days, but I made some hard decisions because of her. She did not make the decisions for me, but she spoke through, we conversed, and decisions I made at the very end were because of conversations with her. Rachel, you are a beautiful soul, a beautiful person. And Pomona Valley Hospital Medical Center is privileged to have you there. We were privileged to have you there, and I'm eternally grateful to you. You were there when she passed, and she was not alone. I will be going back to Margarita regularly throughout the day. And I
Understandable.
apologize. So she loved volleyball, and as such, AVP this week, May 30th through the 31st, Belmar, New Jersey. AVP League One begins. Week 2 will be Aspen, Colorado. They crisscross the country. Week 3, Miami, Florida, then Las Vegas, Nevada. Oh my goodness, that's the weekend that we arrive. They're going to be out there. Los Angeles, Central Park, East Hampton, New York. That'll be 2 weeks in a row. And then Dallas, Texas, and Chicago, Illinois. So, yeah. I want to give a shout out to John Cajitos, to Aisha Kerr and Jay Simmons. Thank you for the love. I appreciate that, folks. And as I mentioned in this program, I am not expecting the big dog to be here today. Once again, his eldest daughter, Catherine, passed away yesterday. And on behalf of myself and everyone at the NDB Media family, we are crushed by her loss. She was part of the NDB Media family, Kathy. She had been on numerous programs with us in the past when we were doing digital radio. She's a massive Harry Potter fan, among other things. And yeah, she went way too young.
I'm just waiting to see what kind of reaction he will have when it would normally be time for him to say, I've got to take Kathy to work.
That probably happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was a regular routine for him. Yeah.
I mean, I can't, never lost a child or a sibling per se, but I can't imagine it's going to be easy.
I cannot imagine. It's my greatest fear. I don't even want to think about that, but this is now the second time the big dog has now had to go through this. It is one thing to have to go through it once, but then again, as I mentioned at the beginning of this program, the system is not designed for parents to bury their children. It's not fair.
It's not given for us to know when we get the last goodbye, is it?
No.
That's the thing, you see. Every day you wake up, you look at the world and you treat it as it could be your last goodbye. And this year, it has come home to me on more than one occasion. It started in January the 4th, and it hasn't stopped.
One comment that I received all year was they didn't know how I was doing it, especially during tax season. Knowing, February 1st, it basically was the go, no go, to coin a phrase. And she was ill from day one in February. Actually, it started in December, but it's almost every weekend was an emergency room visit or a week visit. And I shared with a few people that the only thing that kept me going was that I was able to distract myself with the season. I couldn't stop. I had to do it. And then the thing was, I couldn't stop. I had to do it. So it was a double-edged sword. I understand the double-edged sword now. The catch-22. And that's not appropriate. That was for something else. But the double-edged sword, what kept me going was able to distract myself from what was going on. But as I mentioned, from August of last year, I have lost 5 family members. It's hard. And It just is. But
Yeah.
a lot of the time I was distracted because Maggie was not well. So I had to go through that part of it. And then now I have to take care of this. I'm not going to mention who is taking care of my the services for Margarita yet because I want to see it. But when I woke up on Wednesday morning, I knew I had to take care of all of that. I do want to thank Silverado Hospice because before we took her to the emergency room for the last time, they were caring for her. And Krista, I believe the young lady's name is. Oh, talk about a beautiful soul. That young lady. She sent me an email with, on Thursday night, the week before, on getting stuff ready. And I didn't move on it. But because she sent me all that information, I was able to click through and I had what I needed. I made a few phone calls and everything was done within 30 minutes. I was shocked and I'm eternally grateful. I'm not going to mention them yet. I will thank them later. But I had everything done in 30 minutes and people were like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Ask me if I'm sure. Go ahead." That's the automatic one. That is the automatic thing. You're like, "Hey, well, here it is. Are you sure?" Oh, professionally and personally, that was the instant. You don't need Elon Musk to go to the moon. Just ask me if I'm sure.
It's like poking somebody with a sharp stick, then rubbing salt into the wood and saying, "Does that hurt?"
There are certain people that you just are you sure? You never ask them, "Are you sure?" So they ask me if I'm sure. Well, go F yourself.
I haven't asked because I know better.
Well,
I've been where you are and I know better. You don't do that.
You don't. Now, there is a way to say, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
Which it's like, I'm not understanding what you're telling me. Can you please clarify it for me? That's one way of saying it. It's like, and you just said, "Are you sure?" But that's how you say it. Say, "Hey, you know what? I'm not getting it. Can you please make it clear to me?" And there are other ways to say, "Are you sure?" But I told a story that I had a client. He was a coworker, he was a coworker of a coworker, and he sat down right here, and he asked me a very technical question, and as soon as I gave my answer, he said, "Are you sure?" I said, "Oh yeah. Hey, you know what? Thanks for playing. We'll never be able to do business." "What are you talking about?" "Dude, I know how you are. You've got little kids that lie to you all the time. You got coworkers that lie to you. So are you sure?" "No, we'll never do business." And they go, "Well, no. That wasn't what." "No, dude, we're done." And it took about 5 minutes. And I said, "I'm sorry, we'll never do business. We're done." Very first question you asked me, and you already questioned whether I'm sure or not. Dude, go somewhere else. Go. I'm too old. That was about 20 years ago. So this is my house. I am sure. I will tell you if I know and that's one of the first things I tell my clients is like, if I don't know something, I will tell you. Or in the conversation, I'm like, I got to look something up. And so I will tell them. But to be questioned, am I certain? Get the hell out of here. We're done. Never do business. So, and
You're positive on that now, are you?
Oh, I'm be very careful, anime girl. Be very careful.
Oh, come on. That was a line I just had to. Come on. I'm trying to lift the. I know it's difficult, but I'm trying to lift the atmosphere slightly.
Good morning to everyone. It is 6:35 a.m. It is May 30th, 2026. Yes, it is a very difficult smile, but I'm here. I'm loving it. I want to be with everyone. I need to be with everyone. It's a moment of weakness. Is it a cry for help? You take it however you want. Is it a fake smile? No, but it does hurt. You all know Margarita passed away on Tuesday, but I'm still here. But what hurts me even more is that the big dog will not be joining us. Well, I've known the big dog forever. I'm not going to say no to anything, but I'm not expecting him to join us today. I didn't even ask him. I knew in the back of my mind, but his daughter, his oldest daughter, Catherine, passed away yesterday. And I'm never ever going to say something stupid like, I know what you're feeling. I don't. He lost his boy Christopher 17 or 19 days in, and Kathy survived. Kathy was 2 pounds 2 ounces. They were born premature. Christopher held on for 19 days, and Kathy did as well, but Kathy held on till yesterday. And I'm so sorry. And Big Dog, when he called me, oh, you know what? Okay. He was thinking about me, and I'm going to leave it at that. I cannot violate what was said in that conversation, but I just wanted to share a little bit of the love. I mean, he needed to tell me, but yet he knows what was going on with me, and it hurt him to have to call me and tell me. I'm like, oh my God, Big Dog, are you kidding me? But anyway, so yes, ladies and gentlemen, LPGA. I'm going to be all over the place today, folks, so forgive me. LPGA 75th anniversary tour right now going on. Oh, I hate it when people have that cadence. The ShopRite, powered by Wakefern in Galloway, New Jersey, May 28th to the 31st. Letitia Beck is all alone in first at -8 and 63. And tied for second, Brianna Chacon and Arpichaya Ubal at -6 and 65. Tied for fourth, Sue Binju and Polly Mack at -5 and 66. But Polly Mack is already well into, I think, her third round now. So she is at 81, whereas Sue Binju is at 66 for total strokes. So she's well into the third round right now. As far as the PGA is concerned, the Charles Schwab Challenge, Fort Worth, Texas, May 28th to the 31st. All alone in first, Jordan Smith at -10 and 130. And tied for second, Michael Thorbjornsson and Ryan Gerard and Brian Harmon. I know it's Gerard, but I went Gerard. Sorry. At -9 and 131. And that's a quick look at the PGA. NHL, folks. Wow. Things are wild right now. And it's pretty much done. Carolina beat Montreal 4-1. Vegas Golden Knights shut out Colorado 4-0. That's it. Carolina is the visiting team over Vegas Golden Knights. So Vegas Golden Knights have a home field advantage, if I'm not mistaken. Congratulations to them, as the 2026 Stanley Cup is being fought right now. In the NBA, wow. Talk about stuff going on as well. Unbelievable. The New York Knicks won 4-0 in the Eastern Conference, so they're in for the finals. And right now, San Antonio Spurs and the Thunder are tied at 3 games apiece. There is no tomorrow. It is Game 7 at 5 o'clock tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific time. It's on Peacock and NBC. I may be watching this game. So I'm looking forward to, it's winner take all, sudden death. That's it. Congratulations to San Antonio. They've been fighting, man. They've not let the Thunder get away that easy. In IndyCar, countdown to the green, Detroit tomorrow, 1 day, 2 hours and 40-some minutes away. And then following, St. Louis will be June 7th, and Road America is June 21st. If I'm not mistaken, Road America, oh no, that's Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. I was mistaken. I thought that was Sonoma. That one's actually coming up for NASCAR, and we'll get to that one in a moment. The Indy 500, Felix Rosenqvist took the checkered flag. So congratulations to him last week on the Indy 500 Memorial Day weekend. Woohoo! Mission Foods drag racing this weekend. NHRA Potomac, yes, Potomac Nationals, Maryland Live at the Maryland International Raceway in Mechanicsville, Maryland. I get it. Mechanicsville. That's pretty good. So, Formula One. I don't think they're racing this week, are they? No. So, Canada was last week. Monaco is coming up May 5th through June 5th through the 7th. And while we do this, folks, if we can have how do I get this advertisement in? Let's have a Jedi.tax roll call. So why don't you do it? Why don't you let us know who you are and where you hail from in the chat room, please? It'd be nice to know who is sharing in the misery with us early this morning. Whoa, I just had a transaction.
Did
I
you?
just got billed $149.88. Oh, I think it's for my Quicken software. Oh, that's funny. I didn't know it was due. So let's see, what time did that happen this morning? At 12:35 a.m. Wow. $149.88. That's expensive. Wow. They got a discount on that. But anyway, Monaco is coming up for Formula One. NASCAR. As you know, we did talk about last week that he who shall not be named passed away. And we now know it was pneumonia. It was an infection. And I believe he was only 41 years old. And Kyle Busch, severe pneumonia. It progressed into sepsis, which I believe is infection, if I'm not mistaken. But our hearts do go out to his family. And I hope his son does well. But for them to say he is a phenom at age 4, yeah, you know what? My daughters were phenoms too, but whatever. You know, they were driving Nintendo as well. So they were pretty good at what they did. So Major League Baseball, as we go around the horn, as we finish up at 6:43 in the morning. Scores from yesterday, Friday. The Braves, 8-3 over the Commies. The Padres, 7-5 over the Nationals. The Pirates edged the Gemelitos 6-5. The Indians 4-3 over Boston. I love it. I love it so. The Rays took it to the A's in Tampa Bay 8-5. The Metropolitanos 9-7 over Miami. The Cardinals 6-5 over the Cubbies. The Black Sox 4-3 over the Tigres. Hudson over Anderson. The Rangers, the Sheriffs of the Plains, 9-1 over America's AAA team. The Cheaters beat the other cheater. Well, we call them the A-holes. The Cheaters beat the A-holes. You know why I call the Brewers the Cheaters? Because of Ryan Braun. That guy was an A-hole. Surprised he wasn't an Astro. Anyway, 5-4 over the Eagles. Yeah. Yeah, that one just happened.
That's being a prize bitch.
Morning. Uribe over Santa. McGill got the save. The Rockies. The Rockies. They won. They beat the hated ones 8-6. Congratulations to them. It's a little unfair, but who cares? Yankees over the Athletics 8-2 in Sacramento. The Mariners 7-6 over the Diamondbacks. Criswell over Murillo, and Los Dodgers doubled up on the Phillies 4-2. Robleski over Wheeler. Those two good pitchers, and Scott picked up his 5th. So congratulations to the Dodgers for that one. As we do the standings, as we do traditionally during the baseball season, here are the standings in the American League East. You have Tampa Bay all alone at first at 35-19. Yankees are 1.5 back. The Blue Jays 8. Orioles are, falling fast, 11 back. And the Red Sox. When are the Red Sox going to call it? Their season's done. 13 games back. You heard it here first. That's easy. In the American League Central, the Indians are 35-25. The Black Sox, what a turnaround from last year. They're 3 games behind. The Gemelitos 6.5. The America's AAA team 11, and the Tigres are 11.5 backs. Sorry, Tony. They got a good pitcher, but he's out. Skirball. But anyway, in the American League West, you have the Mariners. The Mariners. Awesome. At 29-29, all alone in first. The Athletics are 1.5 back. The Rangers are 2.5. The A-holes are 3.5. And the Anaheim Angels of Chavez Ravine are 7 back at 22-36. That's it? Only 7 back? Wow. In the National League East, you have the Atlanta Braves at 39-19, 672 winning percentage. Phillies, man, they're really opening it up. Are 29-28, 9.5 back. The Nationals are 10, Miami's 13, and Tanya's Metropolitanos are 14.5 back. In the National League Central, you have the Cheaters at 34-20. The Cardinals are 4.5 back. The Cubs 5. And the Commies and the Pirates are statistically 6 games back. In the National League West, you have the Dodgers at 37-20, 629 winning percentage. Padres are 4.5. The Diamondbacks 5.5. And the hated ones 15. And them Rockies are 16.5. So, as we do, the best teams in baseball right now are clearly the Atlanta Braves at 672. Then you have the Dodgers at 649 and Tampa Bay at 648. You have the run differential. It's the Dodgers are the best at 122, and the worst is, wow, that one I didn't get. Is it 75? Yeah, it is. The Rockies minus 75. They've been outscored by 75 runs in the 58 games that they've played. Wow. That's bad. So that's a quick look at Major League Baseball and all the other sports that we follow right here. And it is what it is. I have a shout out, Anime Girl. I'm not going to send you the link because it's just a point that I wish to make, that we are having flashbacks to Bleacher Report. Bleacher Report has become a professional organization, but as they were growing up for years, I had this segment where I would receive an email daily from Bleacher Report, and then I would bring it on air and I would ask all my hosts, is this a real story or is it a Bleacher Report story? And it was fun because you went by the headline or the title. And even though this one was not done at Bleacher Report, it was co-pilot on MSN. And the article is entitled from the California Angels, Anaheim Angels of Los Angeles. Or Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Chavez Ravine. Mike Trout refuses trade as Angels remain MLB's worst team. That was the name of the article. So they're saying he refuses a trade, specifically a trade. And when you read the article, it says no trade stance. Trout has zero interest in waiving his no trade clause, ending speculation of a midseason move. Despite Trout's all-star level play, the Angels have MLB's worst record about several days ago. And keeping Trout preserves a marquee player for the fans, but it's a problem. The Angels, okay, Trout was asked, hey, would you initiate? I'm like, no, I'm not going anywhere. And then in the article, it states that management says, no, we're not trying to move him. There are no trade offers. So this is a misleading story title. And this is what we have to deal with on the internet quite a bit. I have been caught on it. I thought Caitlin, the young lady from basketball, like America's best female player right now, or one of its best. Yeah, I'm going to lose an audience for that. I thought she'd given up the WNBA for Europe. Man, they got me on that one. So I had to be a bit more discriminating. But this article says Mike Trout refuses trade as the Angels remain MLB's worst team. There was no trade offer. No one asked, no one anything. This story was misleading at best, fraudulent at worst. And I call them out because, as I say, writer must have been on deadline. They must have had a story to make up. I comment often on those stories as must have been deadline. You had nothing else to write on. The proliferation of competitors on the internet is what creates a lot of this junk. Sports talk with the guys. It's proliferation of this stuff, even though we've been around for the longest time. We don't take ourselves seriously. 18 years that we're in our 18th year being on air. So we've just been on longer than everyone else. That's all. So, we've been doing it for a very, very long time and consistently. There was a 2-week period that Sports Talk with the Guys did not air. Otherwise, Sports Talk with the Guys is the longest running, regularly scheduled Saturday program around the world. No one's been around longer than us. And everyone loves to throw it in my face. Well, Joe Rogan has been on. Yeah, he started in 2009. We started in 2008. So, toma. Anyway, it's all good. So this article is misleading. So I would ask my host, hey, so is this a real story or a Bleacher Report story? And this would be a Bleacher Report story. It's not good. It is misleading and it is not right. They obviously had nothing to write. And I guess I should have killed it about a minute before when I said it was misleading, because I think I went on for too long on that one. So I know Aisha, she paused herself for a moment. Hopefully she'll be coming back, and we'll see.
I'm back. I'm back. I was looking. You mentioned Caitlin, and I did see something about Caitlin going some record. And I was looking for it, but I couldn't find it. Yeah, despite the team losing or something, I think she did some basketball record for, and I was looking for the article to put it forward and I couldn't find it. So sorry.
That young lady is fun to watch. Stuff that she's doing. Now, I don't know if she's the best female basketball player in the United States or even in the world, but she is right up there. And instead of bringing her into this league, because whenever Caitlin plays, the audience numbers are out the door. It's ridiculous. People are watching. Wherever she goes, they sell out. So her peers or her teammates, not her teammates, but her competitors in the league were clearly jealous of her, clearly hated her, and made life difficult for her in her first 2 years. Instead of having an opponent and basking in the limelight, these girls went out of their way to destroy this girl. Young lady is a cash cow. Ratings are up in the WNBA because of her, and these women have the opportunity to earn more money because of her, and instead they went out of their way to put her in her place, to hurt her and do stuff, and that's, wow, that's just bad. But I'm glad that Caitlin, I forget her last name right now. I was going to mistake her with a moron that used to be America's athletic model, but now that guy changed.
No comment on that one.
No, not at all. You guys all know my anger on that one. I have nothing. I do not live in anyone's shoes. I live in mine. And I don't know how other people live, and it's not for me to pass judgment. It's not for me to say anything. They're individuals, and they live their lives as best they see. In the United States of America, it's not be fruitful and multiply, but it's damn it, I just forgot the phrase. But enjoy life as best you can. So go for it, man. And hey, it is what it is. So I don't have to like it. It has nothing to do with my opinion. We're in the United States of America, and I consider myself fortunate to be here. There are a lot of things that we can do here. that we don't get to do in other places. I'm sorry, anime girl.
Caitlin Clark.
There it is, Caden Clark. Yeah, I guess I have an aversion of that last name. That's why I didn't think about it. Well, speaking of having an aversion, there are some problems. Let's see. Wander Franco. We talked about it, and it looks like Wander Franco
It's wandered off.
Yeah. He was found after his retrial. Wander Franco was found not guilty, and he was pardoned, actually, I should say, on some of the things he did. But it remains to be seen if Major League Baseball is going to allow him to play again. He's been on the ineligible list because he can't get a visa. And folks, he was dating a younger lady or took advantage or whatever. But the mother, who's now serving 30 to 40 years, I guess, took advantage of him and threatened him, blackmailed him. So he was exonerated of some of the charges against him. The fact is, he was messing around with the younger soul. So I'm not going to say never to getting a visa because of the way the argument could be framed, but I don't believe he's going to be playing baseball ever again. His career is over and done with. So, and he's not spending any time in jail. He got a pardon for some of the stuff he did, but the Major League Baseball investigation is still going to go on. And look, you have Bauer, who just likes it rough, basically. He got suspended for life. Isn't that crazy? Even though Mr. Bauer was essentially not charged, and the lady, one of the ladies, if not two of them, that accused him of such, they're having charges filed against them for fraud now. The guy didn't do anything. Well, I mean, he did something, but under Major League Baseball's morality clause, he put himself in a position, pardon the pun, where he brought disrepute to himself and to baseball. And yes, there are a lot of people rolling their eyes right now because they say, well, you can't judge someone for what they do in their own bedroom. Well, that's true. I would agree with that statement. But the problem was it got out. Not because of him, but the lady who brought the false charges. Yes, you're 100% right. But it comes down to the point that, God, I've discussed this over and over and over, and it gets old. But you put yourself in a position where baseball looks bad. That's it. That's what it comes down to. And, hey. So my point is, if Bauer got nailed for that, I don't think Wander is going to come back to baseball. I really don't think so. But the difference is, Wander Franco was not a dick to his teammates, to management, or to baseball. Bauer was. You guys know I just liked Bauer passionately because of his comments. I thought he was selfish, but when all this was going on, I thought we kept an even keel and we kept the story in perspective. I think he should be playing baseball right now, but no one's going to sign him because he's toxic. That's a shame. It really is a shame. He should be playing baseball. Like I said, I personally did not like the guy, but the coverage that we had for him was fair, and it was fair. So, anyway, Mr. Wander Franco is more than likely not coming back. Ladies and gentlemen, 7 a.m. Pacific time here on Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday Morning Quarterbacks on Saturday. Yes, indeed. For those of you that are expecting the better half of the program or the better third, Peter the Big Dog Gama, not expecting him to join us today, ladies and gentlemen. Whether you know or don't know, and I'm sorry for coming back to it over and over, his oldest daughter passed away yesterday. We are saddened, Big Dog, and we are sorry. Our hearts go out to you, and we are going to miss you as you work through this. And we can only imagine what it's like. I don't. I can't. The very thought of losing one of my two children, I no. I've never lost a child, and I do not expect to. I'm not hoping to. See, I'm jumbling my way through that, and I apologize. So, he lost his son, and now, my God, how many years ago was that? Wow, that was in 1989, October. Wow, 36 plus years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Kathy.
I do have one sports result from last week, by the way.
Please go ahead.
Don't mind. It's the sumo wrestling result. I don't know if anybody.
Oh, yes.
Well, they've finally finished it, and the playoff east was Kirishima, and west was Wakataka Kage, and Wakataka Kage actually won it by an Ushidashi, which is a push-out. So if anybody was watching sumo wrestling from last week and wanted to know the result because they missed it, there you go. I think the next competition is June, July time, but I'm not sure. So there you go.
Yes. Thank you for that update. I'm going to see if I can find the video of this Abner Uribe. I don't know if you saw this during the week, folks, but he basically had what some would consider an obscene gesture on the mound. Now, over the years, players have been stupid. They have flipped off fans. They have done other obscene gestures towards fans, as well as to their teammates, as well as to their opponents. I did not, well, I grew up as a gamer myself, but the games of today are on a level that, wow, I wish I could have played it, as a young kid, these games today. But this whole thing of celebrating every hit, I grew up with baseball being a gentleman's game. And I grew up how you play the game. It's a game. It's your job. You show emotion when it's appropriate. You don't show emotion for every damn little thing. Be an adult. Be a man. All right? Sorry. And this is directed to players. Don't act like the stupid little kid. No one likes the yard kid that's mouthing off. They used to be called glories, where they're the ones that would take the shot and they would be showing off. That might be a little different because that was schoolyard stuff. But you have these players that are, in my humble opinion, overdoing it. Baseball has an ad campaign. Let them play. Let them be who they are. That's fine. But then where do you draw the line? You're going to have someone doing something all the time. I'll give you an example. Dennis Eckersley, after he would strike out everyone because he was so high-strung, he had a lot of emotion on the yard or on the mound. When he would strike someone out, yeah, he would do the fist pump. And, it is what it is. You know how people are because of how they are, how they act. And you get a feel for who they are. That's part of what they are. You learn to live with that. They're not showing you up. The people that get angry and feel they've been shown up are because they either get out, strike out, or they're struck out by him, I should say. And it's really disappointing that you get butthurt over it. How do you not get butthurt? Do better. Get on base. That's what you need to do. If he's that good, then just shut up. Don't get into a fight over it. It just is what it is. There are other players that have done things as well. Some do religious, not iconography. That's not the right word. Iconography is when you have something with you. So it's not the correct word. But when there are religious gestures on the field, guys do it all the time. People don't get mad at that. But there are atheists out there. You don't see them getting angry. But okay, that's an extreme thing. Everyone does something. But is there a line? And it looks like Mr. Uribe did cross that line. Let me see if I can find the video. This was a Brewers pitcher versus the Cardinals. And let me see if I can find the video right now. So hold on a moment. Now, this kid was just expressing his feelings during the game. Oh, and he got punished. It was for a crotch chop celebration.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it was stupid. It was just a stupid kid doing something that was lewd. And let's see. He was suspended for 1 game. Yeah, okay. Because it was way beyond the norm. And I just wish I could find the video. So I'm going to have to go to YouTube right now to do that. And Abner Uribe. He was an immature, punk little kid. And he did something after he struck out someone. And the question is, was it too disrespectful? My thing is, dude, it's your job. Does everyone celebrate when they turn in a report? Well, okay, maybe I should take that back. You should. It's your job, man. And you're risking, antagonizing people. Why? Why do you want to give your enemy reason to get mad? Okay, I believe I may have found. Oh, I hate these guys. Pitching ninjas. Ugh, they're lame. I actually cannot find the video. I understand the guy was fired up, but his gesture was overly done. Okay.
What's the guy's name? Or what's the team?
It's Abner Uribe. Uribe.
Okay. Oh, I see. Yes.
It's an immature, stupid little kid. That's exactly what it is. I had this video. I cannot believe.
Hold on. I think this is the one you're on about. Is this the one?
It's versus the Cardinals. There it is.
Yep.
Look, there. Okay, here we go. Strike 3, celebrates a big thing. There. Okay, dude. Yes. Some people would consider that an obscene gesture. And thank you for that. Like, dude, you struck him out. Let it go. But when you do stuff like that, in many parts of the world, that is an obscene gesture. And that is not only obscene, it's antagonistic. And you're basically giving the opponent the finger. That guy's going to, while in the days of old, when he'd go to bat, that guy would get beat up when he go if he gets on base. And that's why it's sad, because stuff like that would get taken care of on the field. It does. If people have an attitude like that, yeah, no problem. But nowadays, pitchers really don't ever get to bat. But it was an obscene gesture, and he just overdid it. Everyone says, well, he got caught up in the moment. Dude, that's stupid grade school crap. He's not a kid anymore. So
apparently he did apologize for it.
Yeah, and he got a 1-game suspension. It's done. I'm probably even giving him more time than it should. He's a good pitcher. And as I said, he's stupid kid stuff. It's like, dude, come on, man. Be respectful of your opponent. And that, people have beaten up people over stuff like that, and they've killed people over stuff like that. So to do it on a national stage like that, yeah, it's all right. But it's done. I'm not going to pass any more judgment other than he got a 1-game suspension. The kid did something immature. Let us keep it in perspective. It was just an obscene gesture. That's it. Move on. He got a 1-game suspension. It's over. Okay? If he does something like it again, it might be a 5 or 10-game suspension. I just
It'd be bloody if he did.
Well, there are people that are stupid. Look, as a teammate, you see, but these teammates, they themselves don't know, because they're part of the gaming generation. They grew up in these games where you show off, where you rub it in your opponent's face. Let them play. Sure, show emotion. But as I've told everyone,
respectful emotion.
One of the rules, guys, the unwritten rules, doesn't matter what you look at. The written rules, the basic premises, don't show me up. That's it. Don't make me look bad. That's what the unwritten rules are. Be respectful. These kids of today don't understand what the word respectful means. And look, Mr. Abner, I hope you have a long and distinguished career. And just tone it down, dude. Just tone it down. That's it. It's not the end of the world. So, but that's what I was alluding to, that over the years, things just get much more exaggerated. And if one guy gets away with something, you got the other guy on the bench saying, what can I do to top that? It's human nature. Fine. I don't think they should be showing any emotion whatsoever. There's an appropriate game-winning hit, but these walk-offs, it's a game-winning hit, guys. You're coming back again tomorrow. You high five, you celebrate. Everyone does the water cooler. You spray them with the water cooler. Am I jealous? Sure, whatever. Okay. Did I ever have that done? No. Do I want it done? No. If I was in that spot, I would not want that done. It's, guys, it's done. We won. Celebrate the win. We've got tomorrow. Hey, enjoy the game, but no need to be a dick about it. So, yes, that's my harangue for Mr. Abner. He's a good pitcher. He is. And I hope he does well. Just someone needs to remind the man that you can be creating problems by doing gestures like that. And quite frankly, there are places in the world that you can get in a lot of trouble. You can be charged. But that's probably not here. Good morning, Jorge.
Jorge, hola.
If you care to join us, the chat has the comment. I could post it up there again. Oh, look at that. I can post it again if you'd like. But there it is, Jorge, if you'd like to join us. Tell us what's going on in the world of Jorge. So it is 7:15 a.m. here on the Pacific Coast. I don't think this program will go beyond 10 a.m. It may not go beyond 9 a.m. Pacific time. We may only do 3 hours this morning. But since I do have a co-host, Anime Girl, with me right now, it makes it a lot easier. Otherwise, I'm just talking to the camera, and I can't do that. You need a professional to do that. Jorge is good at that. He is good at entertaining people by. I can't do it alone. I need a buddy. So,
I'll leave if you want. I'll go.
no, that's what I'm saying. No.
I mean, I know I'm not professional at entertaining people.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. I need to have a conversation with someone. So it's perfect. Thank you. Maybe Jorge will be able to join us. So hopefully everything is going on with him. Folks, as a matter of fact, I rarely ever wear this jacket. I was there when this jacket was purchased at Anaheim Stadium. Look, it's got the Disney logo for the Anaheim Angels. It is a beautiful Letterman's jacket. It's gray and black. This one, Thomas, who's known as Dream, he's out there in New Orleans now. He went to the game with we took the parish, took the youth group to a baseball game, and at the game he was looking for a jacket, and we found this one. I just say we because I was there with him, and he was looking at it, and I'm like, dude, get it, and he did, and oh man, but he made it look studly. Dream is Dream. So when he was moving from Los Angeles to New Orleans, he bequeathed this jacket to me. So this is only the third time I ever wear this jacket in the last 4 or 5 years. So I wore it this morning just because, but it is beautiful, man. And I remember it cost a lot of money too. It was like about $300 back then. And it's nice. It's black and gray, but it's got the Anaheim one. It's nice, and I do thank Thomas. Now now I know why I'm wearing this jacket. Because Thomas gave it to me. I in turn gave it to Margarita. And that's why I'm wearing the jacket today. So there it is. Not that I got the jacket back. No, it's just she wore it. So that's why I have it right now. So
memories, Roger. It's called memories.
Well, I hope I can find the picture that she cut in half. That's the one that crushed me the most. We're both wearing Dodger jackets, our Letterman jackets, and we're at Paramount Pictures, and we sat at the Forrest Gump bench, the one that was done for the close-ups. Because the bench where he has a conversation with all the people, it's down in Georgia, or where I think it's in Georgia. And it's a real bench at I guess right by a bus stop. But the close-ups were filmed on the Paramount lot right there. And it's a great place where you have the Hollywood sign in the background. And you can sit there, and there's a picture of both of us. And, of course, she cut it in half, and I was so crushed by that. Yeah. But I hope to be able to find that picture. I think it is. I have all the pictures now. I have the albums. I have our wedding pictures. So who knows? But ladies and gentlemen, all hands, battle stations as we bring on Jorge. What's up, homie?
Man, tired, exhausted. Just got here from Orlando. So I'm in Orlando, Florida, guys. And go, hey, anime.
So, ¿qué pasó? This might be your first time on video.
Oh, man, I'm here. Yeah, I'm exhausted, man. Long drive. Raining all night last night. Took a 4-hour drive from Georgia all the way down here. But, hey, I made it, survived.
Good for you, young
Are
man.
you trying to tell me that it's raining in Florida?
Oh, man, Orlando, Florida.
So
now, see, the last time I actually corresponded with somebody in Florida, they were stating that the rain doesn't even make it to the ground. It just sort of disappears before it hits ground level because it doesn't rain in Florida.
Listen,
according to them.
When I left Georgia going into Jacksonville, It was downpouring. The moment we hit the E4, which is Orlando, my God, it was like Hurricane Andrews. I mean, that's how bad it was out there. It was just wind blowing, raining. You couldn't see nothing. I was going 80, 90 miles an hour. My wife
Was
says, George, slow
Andrew
down.
was Andrew 1990 or
Yeah.
1992?
God, you got me there. I think between 90, it's between 90 and 92, yes.
It was one of those two. It
One of
was
those two,
90 or
yes.
92, yeah.
Yeah, one of those two. My God, that's the way it was. And people was driving crazy. I said, well, let me slow down because I want to survive. I want to slow down. And we got here last night about almost 10:30. So, and
So then you and I crossed that intersection where the 95 and the 10 meet. I was there in Jacksonville in 2021, and it
Mhm.
was a big deal because that's where the Christopher Columbus Highway ends on the east.
yes.
And I was like, hey, sound Santa Monica, you know. She's like, okay.
Wow.
You are correct. 1992 Hurricane
92,
Andrew.
92, yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
bet for it was 90 though. I would have
Yeah.
gone with Jorge, but for some reason I don't think Jorge mentioned the date. I did. And
Yeah.
Category 5 Atlantic Hurricane in 1992.
Andrew was
Yes.
a bastard. Andrew
Yes.
destroyed it destroyed an air base, I remember.
Yeah,
among
it was
other
bad.
things.
Mhm.
Yeah. Young man, I know if you were in Georgia at the time, but 1989, do you recall Hugo?
Yeah, Hugo. Yeah.
That was a little bastard too, to the north
Yeah.
of you, right?
Yes.
Folks,
It's more about the water. There's
yeah.
so much water around Georgia. That's the worst case of it.
The thing that I remember about Hugo is that one happened during the summer of 1989. And we all know what happened on October 18th, 1989, over on the West Coast. There was a significant earthquake, the Loma Prieta earthquake, that struck at 5:05 p.m. Pacific time as the review of the game before was going on. We all saw it live. Well, it was major, obviously. But within a few weeks, I've told this story, which shocked the crap out of me.
Mhm.
For those of you that know and don't know, Hugo devastated the Carolinas. I mean,
Yep.
genuinely, Hugo was a bastard. I think
Mhm.
Hugo was retired, the name, because of it was so bad. I might be wrong about that, but in the Carolinas, they lost everything, absolutely everything. It was
Mhm.
horrible.
Mhm.
So, about 2 or 3 weeks later, I'm at home watching the news, and I was watching Channel 7, and the person who was giving the news kind of like, it's like, oh my goodness, you won't believe this. And I'm paraphrasing. He went on to say that there's a report coming from San Francisco, one of the 8 centers, that a care package had arrived from South Carolina for everyone in San Francisco. And he's like, they lost everything. But yet they still sent something to people in San Francisco. That was unreal.
That's
and I
unreal.
never ever I'm sorry.
I say, yeah, it's unreal.
Yeah, it wow.
Wow. Yeah.
And I never ever forgot that. And I've always remembered Hurricane Hugo because everyone did. It
Yeah.
was I know I'm generalizing, but yes, Hugo was devastating. And within months, they're beginning to recover, and they saw someone else going through a disaster on the other side of the nation, and what little they had, they sent. Oh my
Wow.
God, that is unreal. Unreal.
The last big storm I went through was in Hong Kong, I believe in 66 or 67, and that was Typhoon Tracy.
Oh,
And she
wow.
just basically took it as she come through the harbour. She just took everything out. You know, if there was something in the middle of the harbour that shouldn't have been there, as far as Typhoon Tracy was concerned, it went down.
now, were you ashore when it hit, or were you on ship when it hit?
Fortunately, I was on shore. I was actually on the 8th floor of a multi-story building. So
Wow.
we were having fun because the building decided that it didn't want to just stand there. It decided that it wanted to go with the
Oh,
wind.
gee.
That was fun. That was fun.
Wow.
That was the one time that RAF Kai Tak Airport was closed. Strangely enough.
Wow. So, Jorge, what you doing in Orlando? You're going to spend some time down at Disneyland?
Well, no, not really. My wife has business here, so she has to go to classes. Remember, she's a nail tech, so
Yes.
she has classes and all that. So I drop her this morning, and she says, "Are you tired?" I say, "What you think?" She asked me. I said, "I'm exhausted." I said, "But it's okay. I can make it through." So I bought my whole equipment here. I got the whole equipment in the hotel. Got my laptop, my camera, and everything, my microphone. I had to catch up on so much thing in sports, but I'm doing little by little. You could do so much.
So, what was the drive? You said it was more than 4 hours, right?
Yeah,
Or was
because
it
of the
4 hours?
it supposed to be a 4 hour drive, but it went almost to 5 hours because of the rain.
Okay,
Understandable.
but yes, but you had more traffic because you're going through. Well, there are parts that there's nothing,
Yes.
but you still have to deal with more people, folks. A 4 hour drive depends who you speak to from LA to Vegas, easy,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't have the traffic that he had. I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
It's populated. LA to Vegas, no, man. And the best time to drive Vegas, even in rain, even in wind. Well, no, actually, the wind, the
Mm-hmm.
desert winds. That's when it can get a little nasty. I told you guys I was driving my little sports car, my little Ford Probe. I was driving on the freeway, and it was stupid windy, and I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but I was in the right lane. It was a 2-lane road at the time going south, and the freeway going north is a 2-lane road. But anyway, and I'm going well over 70, and it's a low profile vehicle, and the trucks were slowing down, pulling off. I'm like, "Woo, I get a wide open freeway. Let's go, baby." I did Back to the Future when he looks in the rearview mirror and he sees the Libyans pulling out, the RPG. He's like, "Woo, let's see if you bastards can do 90. That's pendejo, Roger. I said,
Wow.
"Woo, the trucks are pulling over." It's okay. I accelerate to well beyond 80, and a wind gust picked up the car.
Wow.
And for those that can imagine, I'm driving, in America, we drive on the left side. I'm in my lane. All of a sudden, I'm in lane number 1. And Margarita's in lane number. The car moved half the width of the car over like that.
Yeah.
Didn't feel the wheels. It moved it.
Wow.
I was like, this is a low profile vehicle, and the wind still picked up the car and moved it over. Holy crap, was I beyond stupid? And I think my guardian angel was like, "Wow, pendejo, de una manera u otra."
Probably find your guardian angel sat in the cloud and went, "That'll teach you, little
Yes, yeah, that's exactly what it did.
get over it. I ain't doing nothing today." You see, now a 4 hour drive for me means I can get down to Land's End in Cornwall or most of the way up to Manchester. That's a 4 hour drive from where I am right now.
Wow.
So going to Cornwall is pretty easy because there's not a lot of people, but going here to Manchester, holy crap.
Wow.
You go through that little place called Birmingham. Jesus H. I'm sure they don't teach them to drive there. They just say, here's a lucky bag. See, there's a license in there,
Well, my story was overly done. What I was trying to say is that it's a straight drive. And for anyone who knows Southern California, as I've told them, you want to go to Vegas, not worry about the cops, Thursday night, 10 p.m. That's the best time to go. Because they're all up in Barstow, which is about halfway there. They're all having dinner because on Friday morning, they're catching all the gamblers going to Vegas. So Thursday night, I have traveled to Vegas forever on Thursday night and nary a cop. I usually catch them at the Denny's in Barstow at 1, 2 in the morning. And there's about 5, 6 highway patrolmen there. And I just.
Did you realize there's going to be some bloody rookie watch this either today or later on and think, Thursday night, Vegas. I'm going to sit on the side of the road and wait for this little shit to come driving past. And
I'm
just,
sure they have, but I don't do it.
Really
often.
dent your day.
Hey, I'm not the only one, guys. Seriously.
It was weird. It was weird that we didn't see one cop, but I told my wife, of course you can't see it with all these rain.
Yeah. The problem is, see, over here,
40 of them.
Over here, it's if you don't see the cops, you worry because the little buggers are driving around in unmarked cars.
Yeah, that's sad. Yeah.
The amount of times, you're going along and the BMW will go scooting past you, so you think, little next minute this follow me sign, and you think, oh, for shit. Do we have a problem? No. Why the middle finger? BMW going past outside. What do you expect? Yeah.
Wow.
Uniform. Yeah, okay, officer, There you go.
Look,
Georgia does pickup trucks and all that. They do SUVs and pickup trucks. And you'd be surprised.
Over here now, they've actually got semis with cops in them, unmarked, to see if people are using phones or laptops in the vehicles. And if they see you, that's it, mate. You are down and out.
Wow.
Speaking of such, I don't know if you guys have seen that the video that is picking up the greatest amount of stuff right now when it comes to that. A cop pulled over a young lady. And he says, "You know why I stopped you, right? It's because I saw you using your right hand, your phone with your right hand."
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen that.
And he's like, "Oh, yeah?" And she had no hand.
It's from there down.
Yes.
It's literally
like,
from just above the elbow down. There's nothing. So, of course, it's going to be sitting there.
Funny because dude, you're lying. She didn't say it, but she's like, "Okay, can we just call it?" She said, "Hey, how about we just call it even and you just let me go?" The stupid, dumb mother effer still cited her.
That's crazy, man.
Because he couldn't admit that he was wrong. Come
on. A cop admits he was wrong and, the world's coming to an end. Cops never admit they're wrong.
That's right.
See, in the Latin word, right? Liar!
Liar.
There's a way that the Latin, and we laugh amongst ourselves. Liar! You can't.
That's being polite. Over here, they would use some other. Yeah, over here they would use somewhat stronger language.
Yes.
Well, I imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Probably calling in to the or referring to the lineage of the aforesaid police officer.
Hey, I question that umpire's lineage. People, everyone in the baseball field didn't know what I meant when I questioned his lineage. I'm like, huh? Anyway. We're
good at that over here, actually, questioning people's lineages. We're good at that over here.
Oh, I bet.
In fact, the one thing I find Americans seem to enjoy about the British is the fact that we are extremely adroit at sarcasm.
I have not used adroit in a long time.
We're very adroit at sarcasm. Police officer, do you know why I pulled you over? No, that's your job.
That's pretty good. The only time I was a dick to a cop was, I got pulled over. I didn't get a ticket. I've never had a ticket. I've never been given a moving violation. One of the luckiest peoples in the world. What?
Not now. Now you said it. You know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I have to be careful.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Yeah, you're right.
Have I seen parking tickets? Oh, yeah. It annoys the F out of me, but I haven't had a parking ticket in like 30 years because I read the signs and I pay attention to that stuff. Plus, I worked in, for the county. I learned to read the sign. It's like, okay, arrow there, and it's got to be at the beginning of the street. It doesn't matter if it's in the middle, unless it's specifically from this point forward with the arrow from that way, whatever, back. So I'm rather adroit at reading that stuff. But anyway, I had to. So we have that problem in the neighborhood too, where people misread the signs. The parking in the cul-de-sac, Jorge, it's and the city says, "Oh no, on one side of the street, it's on this day, and the other side, we're in a cul-de-sac."
Yeah.
They didn't. It's just for the entire street. So I went to City Hall and I said, hey, geniuses, you guys stated that on one side of the street, the other. Not that we're in a cul-de-sac, but that side should be a different one from this side.
Right.
I wish I could have recorded that. Actually, it's probably recorded on the cable channel. They didn't make that change. But the way it generally works is you should have the parking sign at the beginning of the block, because then it tells you what it is. So if it's not there, they can't cite you.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, they've tried, but that's okay.
See,
Yeah, over here they do. They'll put a ticket on your car.
Right.
And the little buggers, about half an hour later, they'll come round with the vehicle and they just up the car. Boop, go.
Oh, really? So they're very aggressive.
Wow.
£150 a day.
Wow.
Okay, that's a lot. That is a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah, they do not.
Hi, Jerry.
Yeah,
see, I have no problem with cops. The only thing is my sense of humor. That's what my wife don't like, because you know me, I'm a smart ass. So
oh,
never. You a smart ass? Oh, never.
No,
listen,
okay.
I tell you, you can't tell me when you stop me, you took the stop sign, because I'll tell you straight in your face. I didn't took it. It's back there, and it's buried right there against the sidewalk. I didn't took that stop sign. My wife says, George, don't say that. He's saying that I took the stop sign. I did not took the stop sign. I passed the stop sign. And you go, oh my gosh, here we go.
Hey,
and the guy says,
the one that gets me is I never understand it when you see the cops and they pull these guys over and say, you ran a stop sign. And you go, what? You mean what do you mean I ran? The damn thing hasn't. How can you run something that don't move?
There you go. There, see?
Yeah, that confuses the 7 barrels out. How can you run something that doesn't move, for crying out loud?
Okay.
Yeah. See, I go to the station. I talk to the chief. I say, and the chief, because we have a chief of police there in Pooler. I say, sir, can I ask you a question? He goes, yes. Are you officer trained? He goes, yes, sir. Why do you say that? I said, because there's such thing different of taking a red light or passing a red light. Because I never took a red light. Your light's hanging up there. Because if I took that up there, you know what would have happened? He said, oh my God, you're right. That don't make any sense, sir. I apologize. Yeah, I think you need training how to say things about taking the stop sign, and the guy looked at me and goes, wow. He said, George. And my wife says, no, you didn't. I said, yes, I did. I mean, what can you do? I mean,
guys, that's how I would win so many grievances at work.
The favorite saying over here, actually, the cops. Favorite saying over here with the cops, actually, is you jump the lights. Think on it.
Bloody rabbit.
You jump the lights and you think, I'm not that way inclined, but okay, I'll run with it. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, pardon the pun, I'll run with it.
Yeah.
The only time I was an a-hole to a cop was a cop came up to my window and I said, officer, before we even begin, forgive me, I am not recording this. You are live on the internet. I'm not recording. You're live. So go ahead and proceed. And he kind of looked around. He says, well, you can't record me. I said, I'm not recording you. This is live. See, that's why I've always joked when I do these programs. I don't do podcasts. Everything I do is live. So I said, I'm not recording you. So toma. Anyway, just kidding. And I was bullshitting the cop because I said, dude, I've got 8 cameras in this car. I'm a retail guy, so I have the pinprick cameras. Good luck. You're going to be much more famous than I will in the next 8 hours. By the time you guys take this car in and pull the cameras out, everyone's going to watch. Everyone. And the guy was really just, yeah, we're doing I forget what it was, a driver's license check or something. I had to stick up my that day. And the cop was just like, you've been drinking? And I had like 3-4 water bottles in the side seat. A lot of water, sir. I'm a little waterlogged right now. He's like, all right, well, you working? Because he saw the Lyft and the Uber stuff on the window. And he said, yes, sir, I am. He said, all right, well, be careful out there. And that was it. He didn't even ask for my ID or anything. He just like, yeah, go. He's just checking to see if someone was drunk. It did look odd. I had about 4 or 5 water bottles, dude.
And you know, in our area, in the school zone, especially when you go pick up kids in your school, like, you know, drop off and you pick up your kids, well, you got to have your safety belt on. Believe it or not, even though you're going bumper to bumper inside to pick up your kid. So one guy took his safety belt off to pick up his kid. The cop can says, sir, you can't do that. I have to give you a ticket. It's a ticket for what?
Okay,
You
that's
took,
stupid.
right. He says, a ticket for what, officer? I said, yeah, I took my belt off. The car's unparked. I went to get my kid. It's a drop off. Well, you got to leave your seatbelt on. And then the guy told him, so how the heck you want me to pick up my kid? With a seatbelt on? And the cop looked at me and says, well, sir, your kid will come out to the front of the
No.
vehicle. He said, no, I got to take my seatbelt off, put it in park, and pick up my son. And man, did that cop got some, I mean, everybody complained at school. Well, they got rid of him. To be honest with you, they got rid of him. That says that is not the way, that's not the way it goes. That's not the program. That's not the street. That's a school zone, and everybody's parked, and there's a drop off and a pickup. So he's picking up his son. And I don't know where you tell somebody, excuse me, sir, you took off your safety. You said, yeah, okay, I did because I'm picking my kid.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's stupid. I mean,
See,
my God.
over here, believe it or not, over here, you can get done for being drunk in charge of the car if you got the car keys on you. The car can be switched off, but you got the keys on you, you're drunk in charge.
Oh no, not
no,
over here.
no, me, boy.
If the keys, how is it with you guys? Because if the keys are in the ignition in California, you're done. Whether the car is on or off. If the keys in the ignition, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, you're screwed in California. If you're drunk, keys are in your pocket, now you're okay. Yeah.
No. It's the same with mobile phones. If you say you pulled into the side of the road, the car's ticking over, and you take your seatbelt off to answer the phone, you get done for being in charge of a car with the phone. You can get done for that over here as well.
Ooh,
that's brutal.
That is brutal because, first of all, almost no one does that. And if they did, geez, I would think
what you're supposed to do is actually pull over.
Not have gotten a ticket over here.
Pull over and switch the car off. But if the car's running, there's a difference. If the car's switched off, you might just talk your way out of it. If that car's on though and it's ticking over, you're in charge of the vehicle with the phone.
Okay, wow. All right, but I mean, if that's the law, that's the law. That's bullshit right here. Oh, that's bullshit. Because I pulled over and I've left the car on the side of the road as I'm doing that, or I'll make the calls. Now I have grown lazy because of the modern cars. You CarPlay, you put your phone in, and man, I am always talking to people on the phone.
Well, hands-free, you're fine. But it's, you actually got the phone in your grubby little mitt, they will do you.
Oh, guys, I called in a fellow employee because he was driving a county truck out of the county. He should not have done that. I knew what the punk was doing, and I looked at the guy. I'm like, I know that son of a bitch. I know exactly who that is. And he had his phone like right here. Okay, he was doing this while he was driving. So I had my daughter reach over, and I said, "Look, get a picture of that license plate, that truck, and get a picture. Zoom in." I submitted it. Do you know what his managers had the audacity to say? Because they didn't know. They thought the picture had been given to me and I reported it. They says, yeah, well, look at the person who took it. Obviously, they were risking their life. They were using their phone too. It had nothing to do with the fact that the bastard was out of the county without permission, driving a county vehicle and using the phone while he was driving. There are things, well, he missed his exit. I'm like, well, we were 6 miles into San Bernardino County. There was 7 exits already. Which one? So their thing was, yeah, but the picture is they were breaking the law too, because they had to take a picture while they were driving. And I answered the secretary, yeah, that was my daughter reaching over to take a picture under my instruction. But that guy, he was either the son of, or he was effing someone pretty high up, that they were covering for him. And
why is it illegal for a county vehicle to leave the county?
In Los Angeles County, we are self-insured, so you must stay within the county. You're covered if you're in the county. If you travel outside of the county, it has to be authorized.
Okay. I wondered. That was all.
A county vehicle should not be in another county.
Exactly.
So he did not have that authority. I know he didn't have the authority because he shouldn't have been there to begin with. He was going home to go and do something in the middle of the day, and I'm driving because I was off that day. I'm like, oh my God, a county truck. And I'm like, oh my God, I know that son of a. I'm like, oh, I got him. And they covered it up as best they could. They were going after the picture by saying, well, ignore everything. The person that took it, they were driving too. So they kind of broke the law. We should report them. And I burst their bubble and I said, yeah, under my instruction, my daughter reached across to take a picture. Oh, it was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Look, I would call in during COVID. They have take-home vehicles. No traffic on the freeway. They were doing 80, 85 in the carpool lanes. First of all, single driver.
Wow.
Doing 80 to 85. And I would like, dude, you're making us look bad. There's no reason for you to do that. None whatsoever. And I would call it in. And it would anger a lot of people that I would do it. And hey, Tony, how you doing, Tony? It would anger people. Wow. But I'm like, dude, you're making us look bad. You have a take-home vehicle and you're abusing it. You need to go the speed limit. And what really set me off was there was no traffic. And for anyone who knows what I'm about to say, there are no emergencies in the county. There's no such thing. So I would call them in. And they were like, why are you doing that? Because they're making us look bad. So people thought I was being vindictive because I didn't have a take-home vehicle. I'm a clerk. Why would I have a vehicle? It has nothing. I know my part in society. I know what it is. I would get into work and I would write up the report digitally, and it had my name on it, my contact, and whatever. And I know one supervisor got the report, and he was like, he asked the employee, what was this? And some guy was trying to cut me off and this and whatever, blah, blah, blah. It was in a Jeep, whatever. So the supervisor called me, Dwayne. He says, Roger, it's Roger Noriega? Yes, sir. You called this in? Yes, sir. He says, do you drive a Jeep? Like, nope, I drive a Nissan Versa. He says, Roger, that's all I need to know. Thank you. Click. On my word alone, that guy was called a liar, and it went on the report. Big deal. If you get 2 of them in 6 months, then everyone gets those called in, but it's the number of. So, but there were supervisors that knew me and said, dude, you called it in? Like, ooh, okay. So, hey, however, right? Maybe Tony will be joining us shortly. We'll see.
No, he's feeding the squirrels. You'll be lucky if you see him today.
Yeah. Hey, Jorge, did you hear about Major League Baseball? I guess they've traded, not vows, but they've traded, what do you call offers between the Player Association and Major League Baseball management?
No, I probably missed that. No.
Okay, well, this was earlier in the week. Apparently, Major League Baseball, the CBA negotiations have officially begun. It began by the Major League Baseball Players Association on or about the 28th or the 27th, put in their first one, and they want the minimum salary to be increased to 1.5 million beginning in 2027. They wanted expanded pre-arbitration. They want expansion of the arbitration eligibility. They want enhanced compensation and contract guarantees for players in seller arbitration. They want the elimination of the qualifying offer, as well as penalties for teams that sign free agents, increased benefits for lower revenue teams who lose players to free agency, qualified free agency for players with 5 or more years of service who have reached age 30. They want the luxury tax threshold increased and removal of non-monetary penalties. And they want a new competitive integrity tax applied to clubs that fail to meet minimum payroll benchmarks. And they want the expanded draft lottery for further disincentivized tanking. Sorry.
Well, it's okay.
You struggled with that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. So Major League Baseball then said, yeah, we want a salary cap.
Wow.
So it's official. Major League Baseball clearly stated they want a salary cap. And that's where we are right now. And
That's going to be interesting to all these players.
Okay. Straight up. Take the question for what it is, Jorge.
Mm-hmm.
Will there be a deal before December 1st?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I agree with you. Will it be a protracted strike? Again, this is just shooting the...
I say yes.
Yeah, me too.
It's going to happen. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, like I say, we're not too crazy with all these salaries these players are making. I'm not saying they're good enough, not good enough, but it's way over the board. You know, but listen, if they're going to do what the NFL is doing, oh my gosh, which the NFL backed up a little bit now. You know, in college, you make $7 million. Now you go to pro football, you make $1 million.
I saw something about that.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Okay, folks, I have said, because we talked about this years ago on this program, that if you want to get paid, fine, give up your scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's no problem. Then you're paying your way. But if you're getting a scholarship and you're earning money, well, no.
Right. I agree.
So if these guys are going to get paid for their endorsement, hey, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Pay your scholarship. It could go to someone else.
That's right.
So now they're getting their scholarship and they're getting endorsements. Well, what about that punter that was in Florida? Do you remember this one, Jorge, where he was a marketing major or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
And he worked his punting into his marketing. And unfortunately, it was on YouTube, so he was earning dollars.
Yep. Yes.
Do you remember that? This was a while ago.
Yes.
And he got penalized for it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he wasn't earning money per se.
Right.
He was genuinely getting dollars. And it was a report that he did. He did the video, and he actually scored an A, I understand. But he got penalized for that. And he wasn't making money in the sense that you and I know. Isn't that crazy?
And you remember years ago when you have the coaches buying vehicles for these kids, putting money into these kids. I'm sorry. That coffee was hot.
You see, UFC.
Yeah. So now they were saying about the Nick Saban and the guy from the Hurricanes and all that. Well, these college programs, they are big now. This is what the reason I say what happened. Well, here's the thing. Most of these college kids, when we know this, some have kids, they're already married, some are engaged, they have a family, and they can't afford it. And then you're gonna come to their house, knock at the door, and say, "Hey, You want to come to my program? What's to offer? And that's what happened. That's why was it the University of Miami Hurricane got stripped by the national championship title? They took away from them. I forgot some who the other college team was. They stripped the national championship. They took their scholarship and say, "Hey, I'm sorry, you can't do this." Look at now. Now you can make 12, $18 million in college. And then the pro got smarter. The NFL did. He says, "Okay, that's okay. Make their 18 million, but now when you come into the pro, oh, I'm gonna sign you for $1 million." Look what happened to Shadur Sanders when his father says, "Oh my kid's gonna be the best quarterback." My kid, listen, that was a controversy because I believe this. I know you're a dad. You're proud that your kid is going to the pros, but let him be a man and get away from it because you're a Hall of Famer. You're a big name shot. And what happened? He did not get drafted almost to the last round. Got picked up by the Cleveland Browns, and all he got was a contract for $2 million.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, and folks, forgive me. I may have implied that Rodney Peete took monies, and I didn't mean to do that. I was talking about the USC team that got in trouble when Rodney Peete was there under Pete Carroll. That's who I meant, Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll.
Remember, he left. So when I said Rodney Peete, I owe Mr. Pete an apology. It wasn't him. It was Pete Carroll. That's who I meant.
Pete Carroll.
And it's not exactly what we're talking about right now, but Pete Carroll left a bad situation in USC. So I just want to make sure that Mr. Pete, I effed up. I apologize, sir. I didn't mean you. I meant Pete Carroll did all the stupid stuff to get all those players, and then he leaves, and USC had to pay all that stuff when he left.
Mm-hmm.
But as you were saying, Jorge, now just need to clarify all that these players, the boosters, were getting paid. Either autographs, that happened often,
Mm-hmm.
and they were getting homes for their family. And yeah, dude,
Yeah, it's sad.
It was very sad.
Mm-hmm.
And I got into it with several hosts that were on this program. They're saying, well, you get these big guys that don't even have money for food because they can't get a job. Everything is paid for, room and board, when they go to, and they don't have money for food.
Yep.
They're going to school, everything, they have a roof over their head, and they're hungry because they don't have money. Hey, look, you know what? Life's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
Tough shit. So they're allowed to go and, because they're football players, basketball players, or baseball, they can, be rewarded. How many people go to school and are starving, man?
Big time. Yes.
Oh, but they have athletic abilities, so yeah, no. It's okay.
And the sad part of that is they're hitting the books harder. They're working harder with the books, the education, and they're not getting one thing. And then you got these guys because they're a professional athlete. They're making to the next level. It's so sad.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it's yeah.
But like you say, it's still my scorekeeper is also part of life, right? You have to be responsible, reliable, and understanding what you have to do. But my gosh, you know, eh, eh, parents sometimes for me, and you can't blame the parents for everything. You show up these kids to grow up to become men and women, and become warriors as they grow up and battle through life and through situation in life. But then here's one thing that you come in and you got now these big schools. This is where I get to big name school. I mean, if you were in Texas and you live all your life in Texas, listen, finish your career in Texas. But here comes Alabama. Come my way, man. We got this and this and this and this. And we offer this and this and this, and the kids jump the boats. They jump it, and that's the new stuff they got now in college football. The new what they call it. There's a name for it. I just went blank on my head. The portal, the transfer
The
portal.
transfer portal.
That's it. Now the transfer portal. But wait a minute. If the kid grew in Alabama, let him be in Alabama Crimson Tide. Let him do his career. Let him go to college. College and finish there, and let him go to the pro. No, no, no. Here comes the Hurricanes. Hey man, we'll take you. We got the money here. Come this way. It's sad.
Yeah. Yeah. So if these guys are going to get paid, they shouldn't have, the like what I said earlier, where they have all of their stuff paid for them.
Mhm.
Hey, if they're going to earn money, great that they can give back their scholarship. No problem.
Years ago, I did something. It was like probably 3 or 4 years ago. I put these numbers like for AAA, AA, like baseball, and I said a single A player should make probably 150,000. A double A should make 200, 250,000. Then the triple A should make 3,000 and 5,000. That's an example, right? A year. I just threw a number. Now, when you go to Major League Baseball, now you're talking a million. Not 2 million, not 3 million, not 5 million, not 6 million. Hey, you start base 1 million, and let's see what you got.
Jorge, along those lines, I have been yapping about this whole thing of the guaranteed contracts and everything because
Mhm.
you're young enough to remember Eric Dickerson with the Rams.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Eric Dickerson, shrewd, shrewd, shrewd. We disliked him for what he did, but he used the system to his advantage. The
Mhm.
whole deal with Eric Dickerson is I forget how many times he renegotiated his contract, but good for him. You know what? He made it
Right.
happen.
Right. Right.
Did he violate the rule? I would have treated it differently, but it doesn't matter. It is what it is. He's one of the only players to actually ever get away with it.
Hmm.
He
That's
signed a
true.
deal where he was paid money, and then he started saying, after about 2 years in or a year and a half, he says, "Yeah, I don't have that drive anymore. It's not the same."
Mhm.
So he was like, I just don't have the drive. And the Rams were like, "What do you mean?" Okay, well, they renegotiated, give him more money. And every few years he would get renegotiated. He played the game very well.
Very well. Yeah.
And unlike others, Eric Dickerson did deliver. He was
Hmm.
man, that guy was a monster on
It's
that team.
yeah. Yeah. He was good.
And well, look, I remember my uncle coming over on a Sunday. The radio was blaring because he wanted to hear when Dickerson broke the record at the time. So I heard it live. I didn't watch it, but my uncle was over when Eric Dickerson broke the running record in Game 15, or I forget what. But there was a complaint because of the number of games.
Yes. Yes.
So, but anyway, oh yeah, I think it was Game 15 because it used to be 14 games.
Hmm.
Then it went to 16. So
Then
they go,
17.
there should be an asterisk. I'm like, fuck the asterisk.
Yeah.
So if they get to Major League Baseball, should be $1 million. I agree.
Hmm.
And as I was yapping over the last so many years, that baseball should attach a point system or have a point system where if you do something to win the game, it's a positive. If
Right.
you do something to lose the game, that's a negative. And
Right.
what is a negative? Committing an error, not advancing a runner,
Right.
striking out with the bases loaded, not throwing to the wrong base, whatever.
Right.
So if you have a sacrifice bunt, you move the runner over. It doesn't have the same value, even though it's a positive. It
Right.
doesn't have the same value as the base hit or a home run. But everyone is paid for the positive things that they do.
They do.
If
Right.
you've got runners in second and third, you strike out, that's 2 points against you because you left them on base. So I had suggested that they come up with a point system that even a rookie could make a lot of money if they produced.
Right. Right.
They
That's
all get
good.
a
That's good.
million or $2 million minimum.
Right.
And if you don't do anything, you still get the $2 million. But if you do, if you're really productive, yeah. You know who would have probably owed money? Adam Dunn.
Yeah. You in line.
You haven't known us long enough.
Oh my gosh.
Talk to me about Adam Dunn. I believe I have a kindred spirit. We used to have the Adam Dunn watch every week on Sports Talk with the Guys because there were people that loved Adam Dunn because he hit 40 home runs and 100 RBIs. I said that he is the most worthless player in baseball. And people were like, that's not true, scorekeeper. I said, yes. When you look at how many men he lives on base, he left 200 more runners on base than the nearest batter.
Yeah.
200. That's a bad hitter.
Yes. And listen,
200
this
ducks
is
on the pond, man. 200. That
yeah.
could
You
have
know,
been.
what's amazing about this? I have looked at a major league contract. All right, but you made a good point there. If you put a contract that you tell any hitter, I want 20 homers. Watch this. Let's say 100 RBIs or 40 homers, 100 RBIs, 20 stolen bases, and I wanted 250 batting average. Let's put 250. I'm not gonna put too high. If you don't exceed that expectation, you're not gonna get paid what you want. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I believe you should be paid for your production, but
Exactly. Because the first thing that you go to George Steinbrenner, you go to all these owners, and I'm talking about big owners, and not because John, because I love Josh, I love John, I do. I met Steinbrenner before in New York.
oh wow.
Yes, he's great. And listen, I seen contracts. Okay, I even met George Brett. Remember George Brett in Kansas City?
Yes.
All right. Okay, he was part of when of course he retired and he went to the organization. Uh, And I seen these contracts and I start reading it and you say, what in the world? Big 25, or, give me 25 doubles, give me five triples. I say, wow. But then here's where you get that expectation and supposedly you make the hitter excited, man, I'm going to the team. But the moment that you see the expectation went down, that's when I said, okay, this is when they have to take it down. But they don't do that because they have a window between 2 to 3 years to develop a player. You can have your first bat. Okay, here you go. You can have a good year, a bad year, and then a good year. And that's the way Major League Baseball was done years ago, believe it or not. Now, that's why I like football. Football has gotten into now, I'm going to give you a 1 year contract. If you're a good football player, you show me what you got. If you're not good enough, then you need to go out on another team and find sign with somebody else.
Yeah.
And I saw that. And when I look at these contracts, I said, wow, I mean, okay, does that motivate a player? Of course, you go in there and says, man, if I hit this and if I bat this and if I have 100 RBIs, man, what I'm getting, incentives. But here's the problem. Your first year is your best year. Your second year, it's going to be your down year. It depends how good you are. Maybe you have back-to-back good years. Then your third year, you go down. So that's why baseball needs to go back to the old days, not now. Hey, let's get this guy. You know what I don't like about baseball right now? And I forgot who was it. You remember Mark Belanger?
Yeah.
All right. He got signed for a contract. I forgot what team. I don't know if it was the Orioles or the Dodgers. I forgot who it was. He played for somebody. They gave him this contract because they said, my God, he is so good. Because
I think it was yours. Go ahead.
but his average is only 200.
Yeah.
He can't hit the ball. Oh, but he's a defensive player.
Okay.
Okay, so why are you gonna sign a guy that just a defense? I want somebody to hit the ball. I don't want nobody only to field the ball. I want the guy to hit the clutch. I need the guy to drive in the RBI. I need the guy to come in with the winning home run when I need him in the bottom of the ninth. I need the clutch hitter. You know how many teams, how many players are out there that you say, my God, they were clutch, and someone said they make this so much money and they're not even clutch at all. It's sad,
Yeah.
but that's what I mean.
Okay, I apologize. I want to
Yeah,
take a moment.
go ahead.
It is 8:10 a.m. and I want to give a shout out. We've had several likes: Jay Simmons, Aisha Kerr, John Gajitos, Tony Konopka, and of course Peter Gama. I want to thank you, Peter, for this. As I've been saying throughout the entire program, ladies and gentlemen, our hearts are with the big dog. As everyone knows or does not know, Peter lost his oldest daughter yesterday, Catherine Evelyn Gama, and the network, the family, we are so sorry, Peter, at your loss, and we look forward to you being able to return with us. soon. And again, we are so sorry at your loss, Peter. Thank you for deciding to spend a little bit of time with us. And I may have ruined it by mentioning this right now, and I'm sorry. Peter generally keeps everything to himself, but Big Dog, again, we are sorry. At 8:11 a.m. Pacific time, as we enter our third hour here on Sports Talk with the Guys, Big Dog most likely, as I've said, will not be joining us today for obvious reasons. So I share in your sadness, Big Dog. As I shared the story a little while ago, that Kathy, when she was born, when she was brought home, they put her in my arms. I held her in my arms, and I was frightened. I didn't want to drop Kathy because I knew what had happened, how many months she had spent in the hospital being a premature baby. I was so worried about dropping her. But as I mentioned at the beginning of the program, because of her, when my daughters were born, I was ready to go. And Kathy had been on this program in years past, especially when we were doing Harry Potter coverage. And she went way, 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 way too young. She was in her 30s. And I'm sorry, Big Dog, you lost your son. And now you lost the twin sister. I am so sorry for your loss, Big Dog. And I hope that you will be able one day to be able to return and join us here again. I don't think you knew this, Jorge.
No.
But now you do.
My condolences to his family.
Yes. And I think people are shocked because I'm doing the program as well, because everyone also knows, Jorge does not know, that on Tuesday at 6:28 p.m., my significant other finally left this rock. And she was tired. She was exhausted. We had switched at the hospital to hospice care, comfort care, and she did not last 2 hours. So she went quietly and peacefully. And like I said, she passed away at 6:28 p.m. on Tuesday. So yes, Big Dog and I are, and I'm just numb. That's why I said I'm here. And as I shared the story earlier, that when I talked to everyone on NDB Media, says, get rid of the egos, folks. We know we need the audience as much as they need us. So me needing to be here as well is, yeah, I am numb about it. I've been numb since since July of the year before. I have lost so many family members that I just, and you know, folks, when I went in July of 2024, I went on a cruise. Right before the cruise, my brother passed away. In August of 2025, days before I went on a cruise, my mother passed away. And you all know what happened in January. I went on another cruise and I lost my uncle. So I had a cruise scheduled in May. I canceled that one. But now I know I would have lost someone else as well. I have to stop taking those cruises, damn it. So I know I shouldn't have said that at the very end, but that's where we are. It's a very sad day in the NDB media empire right now.
Hey, but my love goes to you guys, man. You guys have a good heart, and you guys, it's hard to imagine, but God's good, and you got to continue to stay positive. Um, you did the best you can, and I know you have to feel that way, scorekeeper. You did your part, and I know she's happy up there looking down at you. So I always remain positive. It's the most difficult thing. I lost my mom and dad, and then I see my wife, mother, and father passed away in my house, and that was the hardest thing. But I kept myself positive, and I said to myself, "Wow, you know, eternal life. You know what? Eternal life is in heaven. It's not here, unfortunately. And that's the way I feel. I mean, I don't want to put nobody in any position here, but that's what the guy up there told me. You know, you're gonna meet him one day up there, George. You're gonna meet him one day. You know, so. But listen, I guarantee you the same thing as a dog and you. I know they're proud of you guys. Regardless, you did the battle. You fought. You did it all the way to the end, and that's all you could do. You know, like you said right now, the word you just said. She left peace. She felt good, and she left. You know, but no pain, and that's what counts. And yes, losing a son, a daughter is hard. A wife, like I say, significant other. When I lost my mom, it's like I lost everything. Bookkeeper, but then God showed me, oh man, she's still there. She's looking from above. Just stay strong, George, and that's what I've been doing all this time. And then to take care of two family members of my wife passed away in my house, that was even harder for me. But you know what? I did the best care. That's the same thing you did, bookkeeper. And I best probably, dog could do probably the same thing to his kids, his family. Give the best you can, and that's what you guys did. That's all we could do right now.
I appreciate that, Jorge, and we will see when the big dog returns.
Yeah.
And for now, I didn't mean to ambush you by saying that, but I guess you didn't know yet because you don't run in our universe yet. You don't run with the dogs. But I do want to welcome Philly Special. Good morning, young man. How
Good
you
morning.
doing?
Just trying to keep my spirits up. So you guys got to a sad part, so I said, all right, you guys are matching my spirits, so come on in.
Oh, man.
Feeling
How are
bad
you
for you,
doing?
big dog. Really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I've said throughout this entire endeavor I've never been alone. I never have. And I'm eternally grateful for it. I know I haven't responded in a timely manner at times, but I've responded to everyone as best I could, as well as I could. I may have mourned her past. As I mentioned at the very beginning of the program, I may have already had mourned because when I was told in early February what she had, I talked about standing on the precipice and looking out at what was to come. And I had time to work through it. I mean, look, she was given 2 months. And that was in early February. And she went out on May 26th. I got overtime. I got extra innings. So I was not there when she passed. I missed about 45 minutes. And we went right back. And yeah. When she went on to comfort care, see, the problem was she was going to be intubated again. And the liver was failing. The kidneys were failing. It was bad. It was from the weekend. And it was starting to happen that everything was starting to shut down. And I told her that. And she understood. And we had a quick conversation. And I said, well, they can't give you the medication right now because your oxygen levels in your blood are down. And if you give the medication, it had to do something with blood thinning and stuff. And, not good. So she was actually off medication. And I asked her, if we make this change, instead of being at home, you'll be here at the hospital under comfort care. She said yes. She left me off the hook. She took me off the hook. An hour before, selfishly was about to make the decision for her. And I already knew, oh my God, I'm gonna take her life. And I'm gonna have to live with that for the rest of my life. And no, she let me off the hook by her making that decision. The hospital moved fast. I said at the very beginning of the program, Rachel, her nurse, and everyone, not that monolith building, Pomona Valley Hospital Medical Center. No, not that. The people there. Oh my God. Incredible people. And they cared for her. They knew her. And they cared for her in ways that I will forever remember. I know it's hard to say, but it does bring a smile to my face. I saw how they cared for her. I'm eternally grateful. And I asked the doctor, okay, there's no timelines, but you've seen this before. What am I looking at? She said hours to maybe 2 weeks. So, okay, got it. 2 weeks, right? Then I'm going to run out. I'm going to get Gmo. We're going to go have a meal. And just as I was picking her up, we were going to go somewhere. I got the call that she'd passed, not 45 minutes later. So that's what happened, folks. That's the timeline. 6:28 p.m. She was not alone. But the minute we switched to comfort care, they put the morphine in, and I saw her close her eyes. I had no idea that was going to be the last time she would close her eyes. She went without pain. And she said she was tired. That should have been the realization. I was lucky, guys. I got more time, I got more time with her. On June 12th, it would have been 33 years.
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time with her these last year. I was fortunate. So, sorry, folks. I'm sorry I got lost in that. Big Dog is more traumatic than mine. I got to say goodbye to her. Big Dog losing his daughter, Kathy. It's traumatic. And I'm sorry again, Big Dog. So that's why I mentioned this program might end a little earlier than normal, maybe at 10, which is about an hour and a half away. We'll see. And I'm sorry, folks, for making it heavy right now. But yeah, we're human. Hey, sorry. Oh, damn it. He's probably going to start up right now. Tony, what's wrong, man? You look pretty unhappy right now. What's going on?
Just hurting for Big Dog.
Oh, yeah. I held Kathy. I held her in my arms when she was born. See, folks, the hurt that Big Dog has is a hurt that we're not supposed to have.
Mm-hmm.
The system, as I said earlier, it's not meant for parents to bury their children. And he's done it once, and now he has to do it again. My head hurts trying to process that. I don't know what that's like. I can't even tell him, I know what you feel. I'm sorry. I know what you feel. That's bullshit. I knew him before his son passed. And I knew him after. And it's always there. You can tell when a parent has lost a child. It never leaves. The Big Dog is strong. He's got his daughters with him. And we'll see. Yeah.
So this would probably be more of a question for Big Dog, but I'll try you, Raj, since you don't follow basketball.
Well,
Tonight's
I
game
gave a
7 game.
30-second report. Go ahead.
I want the Knicks to lose. So who do I want to win tonight? Oklahoma.
Wait a minute. The Knicks? I thought the Knicks already won their series.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the championship Wednesday.
okay. So you're saying who? Oh, yeah, that would be the better. Yeah, he would be the better one.
Right. So I don't know if San Antonio or Oklahoma would be better suited to face the Knicks.
Okay. Jorge, you follow basketball as well. Let me give a two-part answer. Clearly, Oklahoma will kick the crap out of almost everyone. Well, oh, wait a minute. Wait, it's 3-3. So that theory went out the door. I think Oklahoma would be the better team to beat the Knicks. But, dude, there's a lot to say for taking the best team to Game 7 in the semifinals. I think San Antonio, if they're hot, they can handle the Knicks. But OKC, that would be mine. OKC. But, dude, San Antonio took OKC to Game 7. Wow. Jorge, what would you say? Who would be the better one to take out the Knicks? Tony does not like the Knicks.
I agree with Oklahoma. And the reason why I'm surprised that the Spurs are still in it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because I mean, according to numbers, even though I knew that coming into the series it's going to be difficult for them, but looking at man how the Spurs are playing, I will not even doubt if the Spurs comes in and still beat the Knicks. To be honest with you, but I'll take Oklahoma.
Okay.
A better shot of beating. Yeah, better shot.
All right. Now I know who to root for. Thanks.
Now, the funny thing is, I want San Antonio to win. I want them to knock.
Yeah,
It's your fault. It's
I
your
know.
fault, Raj.
Yeah, it is. That's
they
funny.
lose.
Jorge and I are on the same page then.
Yeah, because I'm like, I mean, San Antonio, what they did to the Oklahoma, I mean, nobody knew that was coming. Everybody says, "Oh man, they're more physical, more this." No, it doesn't matter. It's a championship game. Anything goes.
Yes.
You know.
Guys, this is Game 7, man.
Yes.
This
7.
These don't happen all that often. And people are like, no, they do it. No, not really. And there is no tomorrow for one of those teams. That's why, guys, how many times have we seen the best series in the semifinals? Or in baseball, it's the league championship series, right?
Right.
You have some of the best series played before the World Series is almost an afterthought because, yeah. And right now, I think the championship is being played between, well, okay, maybe not. All right, no, because the Knicks are still the Knicks. But what an incredible series already that San Antonio has. Man, you are missing some good basketball, people. Some damn good basketball.
See, the only thing with the Knicks, for me, with the Knicks that I see, that the one game they're consistent, the next game they get blown out, and you don't know who's going to show up. That's what the Knicks are. That's how they do it. That's how they're playing it.
They seem to live on a 3-ball. So
there you go. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And sometimes those threes don't go in the basket.
Right.
And another thing that I would like to add to what both of you gentlemen said is the East. The East is still the least.
Yeah.
So the Knicks did not have that much coming. I remember when it used to be the other way around in the 80s. Oh, my God. Detroit, Milwaukee, Boston, New York, even Miami.
Milwaukee. Remember Milwaukee?
Yeah. Oh, Milwaukee. Yes.
The Bucks.
Allen
Oh, my gosh.
Iverson
Chicago.
Yeah.
Guys, the East in the 80s and 90s were, man. Oh, well, not New Jersey. Well, the Nets, not Washington.
Philly, though. 76ers.
Oh, the
Sixers. Oh, my God. Forgot about the Sixers.
The Sixers. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the Phillies special said. Yeah.
And it was the Lakers on the
Right.
way.
Right.
Hey, don't forget the Orlando Magic at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
So now it has switched where you have some incredible powerhouses on the West.
Yeah.
That's unreal.
Yeah.
Yes.
And OKC being in the West. Well, okay, look at the map.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
It's just funny, but it's just because of the way the United States is. I guess OKC would be out of the West. Yes, the Sooners, but it is amazing how many teams are in the West that are really, really good. And I think the Knicks look, the Knicks are deservedly where they need to be. They've earned it. Are they the best team? No. Going back to the NBA, weren't the Knicks like number 3
For the best record?
Did they have the best record? Yeah, they were third.
Third,
They were
the best record.
seed.
Yep.
Cavaliers knocked off the Pistons, and the Knicks edged them. Wait a minute. Oh no, the Knicks swept them 4-0.
Yeah, they took it for you.
And Knicks won, I think, 11 in a row or something.
Yeah, some of that. Yeah.
So they lost the first 2 games against the Hawks, and then they won the next 4.
Yeah.
And then the 4 against the Sixers, they swept them.
Mm-hmm.
And then now 11 or 4 in a row against. Yeah, guy, cut it out. That's not accidental.
No,
that is
no, they're playing awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't like.
Is that is that when you're oh wait, what damn it, what? No, I didn't hear. Damn it, what was that?
I said they're playing awesome, which I don't like.
Oh, yeah, they actually are. Yes,
it is what it is.
Threes. That's all threes.
Yeah. I mean, Brunson is a monster.
Yeah, it is. He is. I think the Spurs in Oklahoma has more firepower. That's what I feel. I think their benches are better.
Yeah.
Towards the Knicks benches, I think they're better.
Look, the Spurs took out. They're the 2nd seed, so it's great. You had the 3 and 4 in the East, and the 3-team 1.
Right.
In the West, you have the 1 and 2. Great, which is 3-3. OKC swept the Suns. They swept the Lakers, and now they're fighting. Wow,
they're fighting.
Good.
Yeah.
The Spurs 4-1 over the Trailblazers, and 4-2 over the Timberwolves.
Remember, Big Dog said when they hit the Spurs, they were going to have problems, and he was right.
Oh my God, he did say that. He did.
Yeah, he said it. Now they're going to match up some real teams. They did.
I think I may go out tonight just to go watch this game. I think it's time that I get out of the house. I haven't done anything. I have not. I've been here. I want to thank everyone that has reached out to us, my neighbors. They brought us dinner last night. They didn't have to do that, but they did. And other people have been reaching out to us too. So I guess they see that we're at home. We're only running errands. We go out, we do stuff, and then we come back.
That's called love.
And that's it.
People.
Yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm.
And we're fortunate because of it. I think I'm going to go out today. I don't want to say okay. I think I may visit with the Big Dog as well today. I don't know.
Don't go to Hooters. I know the face.
Well, I gave that face. Tony got all red.
Yeah, he saw Tony. Tony,
dude, yeah, Kami. I made that face because I'm like, I don't know if I could get Big Dog to go out that quickly to Hooters.
Because I tell you something, when you hear every guy down here, hey, we want to see a football game. Where you gonna go to Hooters? Why are you gonna see a football game or baseball game in Hooters?
That's interesting because we have Hooters out here, but it's kind of lost its luster a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's probably due to the competitive atmosphere in Los Angeles. Guys, every restaurant has a big TV in it now. It's really amazing.
That's true.
Yeah. Would you say the same thing in Detroit and in Philadelphia, Tony?
Yep.
I mean, there's at least one big TV almost in every restaurant now. Some restaurant, I like going to El Merendero, the place that I was joking. There's 1, 2. There's 4 TVs in a Spanish restaurant that is very good on their food, or a Mexican restaurant, however, whatever. And they have the TVs going too, but they don't stay open that late. They're open early. Applebee's is where I might go to watch this game. I don't think Gmo will go with me. She might, and I might meet up with Brandy, my barkeep. You guys have heard the story. My barkeep. Yeah, she's really cool. She's
Yeah,
good.
I told my wife today when she get off, I said, hey, let's go to Hooters to eat chicken wings because she likes chicken wings. She goes, no, 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 no. You're going to Hooters because you like chicken breast. I said, what? I said, no. I said, he said, no, Philly. Told he was going to laugh. I said, wait a minute. You love chicken wings. Don't tell me that because that's your favorite. She goes, no, you're going to go there to eat chicken breast. I said, oh, my God.
That's funny.
She makes me
I've
gag.
not heard that one before.
Yeah, I'll say, no way, man.
We don't have that many Hooters in Southern California anymore. There were one in Downey near my job where I used to work in Downey. And there's one over here in Rancho Cucamonga where they have the famous Ontario Mills Mall. And Ontario Mills in Cucamonga. That's funny. It just dawned on me right now. But anyway, because Ontario is a little bit further to the west, but that's okay. I guess it's better to be Ontario than Rancho Cucamonga. But anyway, I remember someone years ago when I was a young kid said, I'm going to Rancho Cucamonga. Cucamonga? That's made up.
Right.
Like, no, it exists. Rancho Cucamonga. As kids, didn't we use that? I'm going to Cucamonga. That's a real city in LA. Rancho Cucamonga. Well, in San Bernardino. Rancho Cucamonga. It's like,
Wow.
They ran out of names.
Yeah. I don't know where Rancho Cucamonga, if it really is from a family, because in Southern California, under Spaniard rule, all this California was ranchos. That's all they were. Huge plots of land. And California still divvies up its property lines based on the original ranches. So if you look on some of the old maps, you'll see the dotted lines. Rancho San Fernando, Rancho this, Rancho that, which is kind of interesting. But it's just me. But anyway, so I don't know if there's a Rancho Cucamonga. If there was, who the hell in the Spaniards? ¿Quién tiene el nombre Cucamonga? Que la pen alcahuete. I'm like, which moron had the last name of Cucamonga? So
unless you're Indian.
over here. I'm sorry.
Unless you're Indian. I said, unless you're Indian, you're going there. Cucamonga. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, that's true. I guess I should watch that. My wife was born in Tijuana, but most of her family is down in Nochislan. Nochislan. Okay, Nochislan. Well, everyone reprimands me by saying Nochisclan. Because that's, yes, right?
That's right, yes. Yes.
And I'm like, there's no K in Nochislan. And then I was stupid this morning when I said, there's no clan in Nochislan. I was really dumb. It's all right, Tony. Ignore that one, all right? I apologize. I don't want to put you in the spot, brother. I was stupid when I was like, no, it may be in the South, but not. I was dumb. But okay, here we go. What do we have right here? Oh my God! There you go, anime. Oh my God! By 1200 AD, the Cucamongan Native Americans had established a village settlement in the area around present-day Red Hill, near the city's western border, where Red Hill Country Club. Oh my God! I know what that is. Cucamonga derives its name from a Tongva word meaning sandy place. Okay, so the Cucamongan Native Americans. Wow. So it's not a family name per se, but it is a band of. In Southern California, where I grew up, which is the west, about 20, 30 miles away, I grew up in the Gabrielino band of Indians. San Gabriel River, Gabrielino. And So I should have known that, the Cucamonga. I'm embarrassed. I am insensitive. Yeah, you notice how Philly and George are like,
Wow.
yeah, scorekeeper stupid. He's now admitted he's stupid. See, Tony's heard that before. Scorekeeper stupid. That's when I go into Cro-Magnon mode. Anime girl, that was great. Thank you for looking that up. That was really cool. That is really neat. Yep. I know where the Red Hill Country Club is. Wow. Cucamonga. Rancho Cucamonga. Yeah, but notice it's spelled with a K.
Wow.
Rancho Cucamonga. The two K's were replaced with C's. So Cucamonga. I can see that. 1800. Yeah, I can see that. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, that is cool. So yes, over there. I lost my train of thought. Shit. The Sandy place.
Oh, I gotta say this to the Philly special. I went to Jersey Mike to get a Philly steak cheese, right? And I told I told the lady in the counter, go back to Philly, because this ain't no New Jersey Mike. She looked at me, she goes, what do you say, sir? I said, this don't taste like Philly steak cheese. So if I was you, I'd take that Jersey Mike, take that Jersey Mike out.
You know what's that is funny, guys. I'm gonna have to try Jersey Mike's. I don't think I've tried Jersey Mike's yet.
Well,
But when I was last year when I was visiting the East Coast, Michael Day, you guys all know Michael Day. He was kind enough to host me when I was there. He First of all, this is a personal comment I can share. Michael Day is a connoisseur when it comes to food. That
Nice.
man has a palate. Dude, oh well, yeah, Tony, you saw some of the places where we went.
Mhm.
Those were his choices, dude. Michael, he's got, dude, he is a lot braver than I am, and I mean that respectfully. That I think I've said on here ad infinitum ad absurdum. If I go somewhere and I like it, dude, that's it. I will order that from here to all eternity because it was good. Because I've gone to places and I've had that experience. And so if I find something that works, that's it. Yo, mama, I'm sticking to it. Yo, mama. Anyway, he took me to, okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Good morning, my brother.
Hi guys. Just wanted to come on real quick and say thank you for all your heartfelt comments and condolences. Thank
I
you
love
so
you, Peter.
much. It means so much to me and my kids. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter, for coming over to spend some time with us. I
I'm not going to stay long. I'm sorry.
No, don't shut up. Don't even say that. I mean, shut up about the I'm sorry. I'm glad, Peter, that you came to spend some time with us and you're talking with us right now. How is the family right? All the girls are with you, right?
Well, not right now. We were at my place till after midnight, just
Yeah.
talking, telling stories, laughing,
Yes.
trying to get through as a family. So
I don't know how much you've been here, Peter, but I was telling a few little things of Kathy too. I mentioned how she'd been on our network as well several times.
yeah.
For the Harry Potter programs, the movies, remember?
Yeah. And you were the very first one to hold her out of everybody. You were the first one to hold her, and the shock and horror on your face was so funny. I wish I would have taken a picture of it because you were so scared to hold her.
I didn't want to drop her, damn it. Peter, when I got to hold her, how many months had she been in the hospital? Was it like 3 months?
Yeah, because
She was
she's
born
born in
2 ounces, guys.
Yep.
Check it. 2 pounds, 2 ounces.
And that was a big. I mean, now they don't make that much of a deal about it, but back in 1989,
Oh my
that was a
God.
very
That was,
serious deal.
yeah. And she made it because of you, because of Eva, and even because of Christopher. And I was fortunate. I grew up with Kathy. And like I said, I was privileged. Kathy was on this program a few times. There were times that she was in the chat room helping us out to get started. And then she joined us as a host. I know that we did, I think it was the last 3 or 4 movies of Harry Potter, huh, Peter?
Yep. And I
It
know
was
one of the
over
ones.
several years.
Yeah, the funny one was when she put you in your place a couple of times on air.
She did at least once over the owl. I remember that. Yeah. But it was not putting me in my place to show me up. She was like, "You're wrong. It's this."
He's stupid.
It's stupid. Yeah. But she didn't have that word in her vocabulary, huh, Peter?
Yeah.
She was great. I was privileged that she was on with us. And she was fun. We would do an hour, 2-hour programs as well. I will miss that. I will miss her, Peter.
Same here.
And wow, you guys were up till midnight telling stories. Oh my God, I can only imagine how many more.
Oh yeah, we were looking through old pictures, and the girls started seeing their pictures when they were smaller, and
Now, I can, in a good way, embarrass the big dog right now, but I mean it in a professional, loving way. The big dog waited 2 hours to let me know what had happened. Because, as he said, dude, I wanted to tell you, but I know what you're going through. This was probably more important. And I thank you, Big Dog, for thinking of me. He waited 2 hours to tell me because he knew what I was going through. I'm glad you let me know when you did. But again, my big dog, I love you, my brother, and I'm sorry. I am no one
thank
should
you.
have to go through what you're going through.
Yeah.
Is there any stories that you wish to share with us, especially about going to Comic-Con?
Not right now.
Okay.
It's hard enough for me just to talk to you guys right now. I'm totally devastated. Just having to write that my post that went to Instagram and Facebook just to let everybody know was so hard to do, so hard to write. And much as I didn't want to hear the song, that was the only song I could play for it. Tears from Heaven. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get off. Once again, thank you everyone for all your thoughts and your comments, your condolences. It is so greatly appreciated. I've shared every single one with my family, with my girls, and it means so much to feel the support from you guys. It helps so much. So thank you all. And I
Thank you,
reached
Peter.
out to a couple of you guys. I reached out to Aisha and Philly and Gig because you guys are all so close. We haven't known each other for a long time. We've never met, but I consider you guys part of my family. So I had to let you guys know. I'm sorry.
Don't
Hey,
be.
nothing to be
Thank you.
sorry for.
You are family. We love you.
Okay.
You
Alright,
do,
We
guys.
Peter.
stand together, Peter. We stand together, man.
I gotta go. I gotta go, guys.
All right,
All right.
Peter.
Adios,
Take care.
man.
God bless you, brother.
Peter posted 7 hours ago. I'm utterly, completely devastated. My heart is broken into a million pieces. My oldest daughter, Kathy, passed away suddenly Friday morning. She was only 36. There is something inherently wrong having your child pass before you. She was so strong. She was born a little over 3 months premature and weighing only 2 pounds, 2 ounces. But she survived. Her twin brother, Christopher, unfortunately could not hold on and passed 23 days after they were born. This doesn't seem real. I don't want to go through this again. I have been in a haze since yesterday. Nothing is going through my mind and everything is going through my mind, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to stay strong for my 3 daughters. We are leaning on each other to try and get through this horribly tough time. My sweet, sweet, beautiful firstborn child is gone, and I'm lost. Kathy, Dad will always love you, always and forever, and I will see you and Chris again. He wrote that this morning.
But every word hurt. Guarantee that one. Been there, done that with Mama.
I'm sorry that he has to go through it again. But I'm glad the girls are with him, and they will be moving forward together. Our family has suffered a great deal, folks, the NDB Media family. We have lost our family members, and then we've also lost our online family members as well.
Yeah, 2026 is not a good year for any of us. Maybe that's just me.
But we are here, and we have each other, and we're going to continue to move on. Yes, things are very, very heavy amongst the hosts right now. And folks, I do apologize for that. We are human, and we're going to try to move forward and make our way through. And we thank you for being with us, and everyone who has reached out to the big dog. I'm eternally grateful. You see, each little point of contact, each little word, it means everything. Everything that was shared with him, he shared with his family. Folks, I did the same thing. Every time there was a like, every time there was a comment, I read them to her, and I told you guys that. And there were many times that she would smile. And there were times that she would ask, who? And I said, it's your extended family, sweetheart. You know what the strange thing is? I now put on Facebook that I'm a widow. Holy crap. How did that happen? Damn.
Wait, you got to put on there that you're single again. That's really going to confuse people.
No. You know, I had time to think about that. No.
That's why after 2 years, I've still got my mother up on my Facebook page.
Yeah.
That it ain't coming down. Oh, so he's playing with his nuts again.
I was kind of wondering what's the deal, dude?
Stanley came over to visit.
Stan?
Stanley.
Okay,
Stanley,
Stanley, yes. That's right. You've named your chipmunks. Chip up the old block. Is there
Inkwell around there still or not?
Yeah. Yeah, Inkwell just comes to the back like most of them. But when I do the show, Stanley's tree's right in front of me here, so he comes down to see me.
You know what's funny? Now you said that you don't. Now you're a widow, right? There's a shirt that says "single and looking," and I was in my closet years ago, and I found it, and I was gonna put it on. My wife says, "Don't you put that on, George." I said, "You remember that?" She goes, "Yeah, when I was single and looking."
She remembers it. I have a few funny T-shirts. The funniest one I debuted it on another program in 2021. Remember, Tony, the one that has the Death Star on it?
Yeah.
This is my happy place.
Yeah.
I love that one. There's another one that I found, and it has a blurred image of Chewbacca, like he's walking in the Gimlin, and I believe or something, but instead of it being the Sasquatch, it's Chewbacca.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I have not worn that one to the wall because I cannot get it replaced. I cannot find it anywhere, so I rarely wear that. I'll see if I can wear it maybe even next week. But it's cool. Instead of it being Sasquatch, it's Chewbacca. You know, he's like the same pose, but it's Chewbacca. And but I love that Death Star one. It just shows the image, and it's very small writing at the bottom. This is my happy place. Yeah.
Well, I've got that one about the touching my coffee. I wear occasionally.
Which one? How does it go?
Don't touch my coffee or I'll slap you so hard even Google won't find you.
Oh, that's right. Yes. I like that one. I like that one.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that one.
That one is funny. Tony, you got to tell me about a T-shirt. George, you just shared one with us, but there's got to be a T-shirt that you have. I want to tell a quick story that one of the best T-shirts I ever had, because I wasn't one for wearing well, I still am not. I don't wear things. The only time I wore anything was my Star Trek Admiral's bars. That was it. And I would wear the Admiral bar. Anyway, when I was growing up, my sister found one of the best perfect T-shirts ever in the world. And the image has changed now because it's become a thing. But you guys have all seen it. It shows like an eagle, talons forward. They're like ready to claw. They're flying in, and there's a mouse right there, and all he's doing is this. And it's called The Last Act of Defiance. My sister Alma saw that one first. She got me. I wore that T-shirt for the longest time. And we're like, where'd you get that? We got it from Swap Me. Well, now the image has changed. The mouse a little bit bigger and stuff, but it still is awesome. There's so many different names for it now, but the original one was Eagle's coming in. He's got the mouse, and the mouse is just. Oh my God, it's great.
The one I saw.
You look it up. They're everywhere. The Last Act of Defiance. Go ahead.
The one I saw with that particular statement, the Last Act of Defiance on it's a crane, and he's got a frog in his beak trying to eat the frog, and the frog's got his hands around the crane's throat. And that's what I remember as the Last Act of Defiance.
Okay, there are so many of these guys, but check it out. Here we go. You've seen it before. This is the last great act of defiance. Here's this one. See it? You see, it changes a little bit. Okay, but you got the mouse basically. See, the one that I saw was the mouse was there. He knew it. He was done. He was just standing there. It just, the figure was up. Here comes that eagle or the hawk or whatever. So it has changed a little bit over the years. but it is really cool. But this goes back to the 1940s, I believe. The last great act of defiance. Yeah.
I've got it all the way back to 1944.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this does go back.
I found my shirt. I didn't know if I still had it.
Oh, you did? Oh, wait, hold on.
You guys will get a kick out of this one.
Bigger than yours. That is great.
And it's a squirrel. Perfect.
That is. Okay, so that is the T-shirt that I grew up with. That one. I wish I obviously outgrew that one. The Last Act of Defiance. The other one that I had is the one that I show you now about my happy place. George, you just showed us, single. Okay.
Single look, yeah.
What is the T-shirt that you wear because you're kind of like, mine is the Death Star one.
No, that's what I wear. I mean, I wasn't that fancy guy with it's been a long time, man.
Me too.
Yeah, it's been a long time. But normally the single and looking one. See, the problem with the single and looking one is when I got married 33 years ago. So the moment I got married, I wear it. I was wearing it, and my wife says, "What are you wearing a T-shirt for?" Because I'm single and looking. I said, "You just got married." I said, "Oops, I'm sorry." And the sad part is, we went to a place, and a girl asked me, "Are you single?" I said, "No, I just got married. You see my ring? You see my ring? We just got engaged. I mean, married. Engaged and married." And she goes, "Oh my gosh!" I said, "So what are you wearing that T-shirt for?" I just wear it.
So that would be your T-shirt, which is good.
Yeah,
mine would be, "This is my happy place." For Anime Girl,
nice.
would be, "I'm going to slap you so hard."
Yeah, I like that one. Google.
That is funny.
That was good. That was great.
Tony, I know you showed us that T-shirt right now. Is that the one, or what is the T-shirt?
I don't know. I think I got a couple more. I got to go check. Let me see.
Oh, okay. I did washing. This is the first real week that I'm washing on my own, so I gotta learn how to do all that. So, yeah, it's a lot of work. I'm looking at the house. I'm like, son of a biscuit. This woman kept this house clean. Damn, even the last few years, I don't know how I'm going to do that, but we'll come to that in a little bit. But I look forward to seeing. I do have a few T-shirts. My wife had some funny T-shirts. She went by the imagery. She had this cute one of a little cow when she was expecting, and it was like something had to do with like pregnant university or something. She had some real funny ones. She had a sense of humor. There's no doubt she had a sense of humor. And I don't really want to say very much now until we have Celebration of Life, but I may be doing something along those lines. And speaking of along those lines, Tony.
There we go.
Okay, this one is like my spirit animal. Like, this is me. Can you see that?
I run on coffee. And horror movies.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
On coffee and horror movies, and then when the Eagles lose and I'm in a bad mood.
Oh boy!
Wow! Wow!
Yeah,
I would never expect that from you, Tony.
Yeah.
How many stains you give him that shirt when you're walking by?
Well, especially living in Detroit, it's even better.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, so I'll get a lot of crap from Lions fans,
Lions fans
or something. So I'll wear that to the gym or something. I just won't say anything and just wear that.
Oh, now you say that Philly said that. There's a shirt that has the Detroit Lions, and it says, "Look how the lion roared." And in the back of the shirt, it shows a little cat. Meow.
Oh, that's awesome!
You gotta see, that's a good one. From the Detroit Lions. That's so funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You see, I've got a T-shirt that a co-host from this show once bought me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just a girl who
girl.
loves. Yep. Here, I'm gonna make it a full screen.
Ah,
Oh, that's nice. Oh,
Anime sketch. Yes,
that's
that one
awesome.
is.
that's
That was
nice.
Guess
That's
who bought me that?
This.
Gee, let me think.
Prescott.
Foxtrot Oscar there. He probably
Uh,
doesn't know what Foxtrot Oscar means. He'll work it out one day, though.
oh, I don't know. I don't know.
You hang around with us long enough, you'll work it out.
You see?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
Jorge.
getting.
You know, we do speak our own language on this program. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But you'll get it after a while. Sometimes we take the time to explain it, but sometimes we don't. I mean, Tony, Jesus, you were listening for the longest time. We do speak our own language, and
Oh,
you
for
eventually
sure.
get it, right?
Yeah.
Well, you see,
Yeah,
you can never forget Foxtrot Oscar because it's actually sitting there.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. The full statement is, please, would you kindly, Foxtrot Oscar, thanks awfully.
You know,
It's there.
the lingo of the network is just part of it. We all have our words and phrases that we just brought into it, and everyone just catches them, and they eventually figure it out. I remember I was using a word for the longest time. People were like, "Oh, that's what it means." Why didn't you look it up? That was your fault. The guy was like, "Dude, I spent the last 6 months trying to figure out what you were saying." They're real words, dude. Just look it up in the dictionary. Now, do we make up our own words? Oh, for the love of God, yes. Yes, we do. That's part of it.
Yeah, you see, I got the problem. I use a lot of the phonetic alphabet that I learned while I was in the forces. So a lot of my responses will come from how we used to react in the army, because there's a lot of times you can't swear because of who's around you, because they'll hear.
All right.
So you have to use phonetic alphabet because people in your immediate circle know what you're talking about.
Okay. That's why I learned Klingon in high school. That book in 1985, after Star Trek 3, which was in 84, Bantam Books, or the little chicken, the little rooster on it. You guys all know what I'm talking about. That one issued a Klingon dictionary written by Mark Orkran. And it had a lot from Star Trek 3, and it had 3 swear words. Oh, that was enough. I'm in the seminary, guys, of all places. And instead of learning Spanish or Latin, we're learning Klingon. That was funny. And we all knew all the swear words. And we walked by our classes of the teachers that we didn't like. Oh, kuya, kuicha. And for those of you that have heard Klingon, you know what I'm talking about. Kia. Those are swear words. It's the funniest thing everyone learned. I have my dictionary right here, too. It's right there, baby. I refer to it every now and then. Hey, do you have birds right now, Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I shouldn't, but here is some typical soldier type humor. Okay. You may or may not get this.
Read it to us.
Soldier's lying in a ditch while his medic is frantically applying bandages to the remains of his mangled left foot and a gaping hole in his right leg. Soldier, I don't effing believe this. Medic, try not to worry about it, mate. Everything's going to be okay. Soldier, no, I really cannot believe this. I only bought them effing books last week. Medic, you twat. I can't do this if I'm laughing.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Wow.
That is typical British Army humor. That is the sort of stupid thing we do. You know, somebody gets injured, or they hit the deck, and I'll teach you the bloody duck on it. Move on.
You guys know I have a florid lexicon, all right? I know words because I read a lot. That's all. That's why I have the lexicon that I have. And I do that, and the words just happen. So when I was at work, people were like, "Ooh, what does that mean?" or whatever. And it was the easiest way to insult someone without them getting mad. You just use a different word. and it was great, and I got away with it forever. Well, I would start writing emails with those big words, and then I had a 10-year period where I wrote 40 performance evaluations a year. Not because I had 40 people under me, but because the supervisors didn't have writing skills. They were good at what they did, but they couldn't write. So I would gather their notes and I would put them together and write the evaluation. There are many people who have been promoted because of me, but that's neither here nor there. So for 40 years, or for 10 years, I wrote 40 evaluations a year. And in the second year I was doing it, I wrote a word, and I was really just messing around with me, like, I'll see if I can get this word to go in. So if the word went in, no one did anything. And about 6 months later, there was a department memo that went out, or an announcement, and it had the same word in there. And I said, nah, bullshit. These people aren't that smart. They're not that smart. They've never used a word like it. I was like, son of a bitch. Because, the documents percolate through the department. And they get up there, and eventually someone sees it, and they started using it. So I started to mess around. I said, okay, how long will it take for this word to percolate through the department? The record was about 4 months when I would see the word come back. But I got some really arcane words in there, just screwing around. There's some words that just wouldn't go, but it was fun to see which words would come back. And the average was about 6 months. I would write a word, and then they would eventually get used. Because in the early 90s, I wrote this word, brain trust. That is a very businessy word. You wouldn't find it in county or government. Brain trust. There's no such thing. That's like using that word in the military. There's no such thing as a brain trust. It just doesn't work. So I used that word, and it came back to me via department memo about management, and it was the brain trust decision. I'm like, son of a bitch, they don't know that word. They're engineers. They don't know that word.
Yeah, I see there's a word actually that the Americans have started nicking from the British now. Cockwomble.
Oh, cockwomble? Yes! Remember, I used 7 of those words like a few years ago on Monday Night America. I added about 10 words, and cockwomble was in there. So they're starting to use it, huh? Would you give us a definition of cockwomble?
Yes, there is a definition of cockwomble. It is a informal slang used to describe an individual who is considered foolish, incompetent, or irritating, and is often used in a derogatory manner to criticize someone's behavior. So therefore, you see, one can define certain individuals as cockwombles.
Okay, I'm going to share something with you guys on one of my screens. Check it out. Here it is. Okay, I use OneNote for all my notes and episodes. Look, each link is to a particular story or something that has happened, like, just things. And I've been keeping notes on OneNote since 2018. Check it out. Those are the articles and themes that I did on Monday Night America on August 6, 2018. Isn't that crazy? So I will. These are our different guests and stuff. Oh, look at that. Nick Valente, America's top dogman investigator. That was the episode on February 28, 2022. But this just goes to show you how I keep track of the notes. Look, for today's Sports Talk with the Guys, here are today's notes. All the stories that we could be going over. So that's just a tiny insight of what I do every week. Like, did you guys hear about the football player? What was his name? Who got busted? Oh, yeah. Pro NFL running back. Did you guys hear about this?
Yes.
Yeah, we heard it.
Josh Jacobs. Has there been an update? He has 5 charges against him: battery, strangulation, suffocation, criminal damage, and intimidation of a victim. Wow. And the strangulation, suffocation is a felony. He denied the accusations, but he was arrested Tuesday on charges of battery, criminal damage to property, disorderly conduct, strangulation, suffocation, and intimidation. Hobart Lawrence Police Department said they were dispatched Saturday morning to an alleged disturbance involving Jacobs, but he was not taken into custody until Tuesday. He vehemently denies the accusations. And there goes our media. Oh, he was previously arrested in 2021 on suspicion of DUI. So the NFL did say we are aware of the report and have been in contact with the club. Green Bay issued a statement saying the team was, quote, aware of a matter involving Josh Jacobs. As it is an ongoing legal situation, we will withhold further comment. Is he going to get suspended? I think 10 years ago, he'd already be suspended by the NFL, right?
Yep.
Remember Roethlisberger? He got suspended 4 games just because he got accused. And it turned out the accusation, she didn't. Did she pursue those? No, huh?
No. I think he was charged with sexual something. Sexual.
I think it was sexual assault. Yes.
Yeah, sexual assault. Yep.
But it turns out that they didn't even charge him, but he still got suspended the 4
Yep.
games.
Yes, he was. Yep.
That's why, folks, I am always one of no. You let the things run their course. He got suspended 4 games. He lost the money for the 4 games, and he was never charged.
Mm-hmm.
Bauer lost his baseball career, and he was never charged. I joked. I said, his problem is he likes to run. That's it. And he's paid a heavy price for that.
I'm going to say likely he'll be suspended from the NFL period.
Yeah.
He'll be gone.
Well, as we say in Scotland, he's been a wee bit of a numpty.
A numpty. Yeah, you used that one before.
Yeah, there's
That's
an
a Scottish
update
word. That's a Scottish
yes,
word.
please, Philly.
on Josh Jacobs. He was released from custody May 27th following an arrest on suspicion of domestic violence. No formal charges have been filed yet as a district attorney seeks further investigation per NFL.com.
There we go. The NFL.
They arrested him?
He was released, though no charges have been formal yet.
You see, yeah.
So he gets arrested, no charges, you're out.
Yep.
That's cool.
Just ask Jacob how much he paid under the table.
Yeah, he probably found the local copper who stood at the back door saying, "Can I have your autograph, sir?"
Yeah,
Nice.
absolutely. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's you. Esquire Heppelnickel, do your investigations, please. Find out how much he paid under the table. Yes, I asked you.
Yep.
Don't give me lip. Do your job. You're on retainer, dick. Anyway, sorry.
It sounds like he's November
Here's the
Fox for
funny thing,
India.
Jorge. Here's the funny thing. You're the only one that doesn't know there's no one here.
Oh, trust me. You were making your point across.
Is our made-up attorney.
You were making
That's
up.
what I said. It sounds like he's November Foxtrot India.
Yep.
Think
Now,
about it.
It's
Look at
been
it.
our joke that whenever I get frustrated with someone, I'll look to the right and say, yes, how should I answer that, legal counsel? I've been doing that one for about 2-3 years now. And it's the name Heppelnickel is a play on someone that I respect. That is not, well, it's my barkeep. Her name is similar. And I gave her a little bit of, there's a name. She goes, that's not my last name. I said, well, I'm not going to give up your last name, blockhead. I don't want to, even though you work at Applebee's on Monte Vista in Montclair, I'm not going to give up your full name. But she is a good soul. There's a picture of her with my daughter and I on Facebook. She was glowing on that picture. She's a good soul. And we met her, Claudia and I, my office manager, we met her during COVID. And Claudia and I were little a-holes that day. We were just like making fun of everyone. Just like someone walked by, like little dogs barking. Well, every time she came by, she heard us use a swear word. We're like, oh, sorry. And then she came by again. I'm like, oh, sorry, we didn't mean that. She says, oh, you guys don't have any idea what I hear here. So she was very nice. She was very helpful. About a week later, we returned and we saw and we were remembering. She was really cool. And we weren't certain who it was. And she walked by us and we said, excuse me, miss. Last week. I was like, oh, awesome. Ever since then, we stuck with her. She's one of those rare individuals that is, she's real, that she's a good person and what you see is what you get. And that's why we've hung around with her. I've talked about her, Tony, for years now. And, she was at the bar, so I would call her my barkeep, which is an old phrase because of my lexicon. All right, I'm stuck up. So, folks, there's a baseball quiz where I want to show you what I did. I got 64 of 66 correct in 7 minutes.
Wow.
So, that's me just showing off. I got 97%. I want to start this again. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to ask the questions, and then we're just going to find the answers. And we're going to do this very quick, okay? So I think you guys know the first question.
I don't know. I don't do diddly squat, so I'm out.
Okay, well, that's fair. All right, here we go. From 1884 to 1957, where were the Los Angeles Dodgers based? Brooklyn, Buffalo, St. Louis, or Cleveland?
Brooklyn.
Correct. Chipper Jones spent his entire Major League Baseball career as a member of which team?
Atlanta Braves.
Yep.
Correct. Which baseball Hall of Famer is known as Mr. October? And there is only one.
Reggie Jackson.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, good. Correct. Which of these baseball Hall of Famers has an award named after them? Connie Mack, Honus Wagner, Cy Young, or Walter Johnson?
Cy Young.
Yeah.
That is correct. Andrew Rube Foster was known for his involvement in which baseball institution? The International League, the Negro Leagues, the National League, or the American League?
Oof.
I'm going to say it again.
Andrew Rube Foster was known for his involvement in which baseball institution?
I'll say Negro Leagues.
Me too, Negro Leagues.
Correct. According to legend, who is the inventor of baseball? George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Lewis Clark, or Abner Doubleday?
I honestly don't know. I would go with the name I don't know.
That's a complete idiot. I'll say D.
Doubleday I'd go with. I have no idea.
Jorge?
God, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Tell me the names again. Just tell me the names.
George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Lewis Clark, and Abner Doubleday.
Oh, Lewis Clark, man.
Ooh, the correct answer is Abner Doubleday.
Look at that. Wow. Yeah, that name was like...
Okay. Which team has won the most World Series?
Yankees.
Oakland Athletics, the Yankees, the Giants, or the Cardinals?
Yankees.
That is correct. Which baseball outfielder got the nickname Mr. October? Whoa, I thought I already
we got
one already.
Yeah, we got...
Oh, correct. Okay. In 1989, Commissioner A. Bartlett Giamatti banned which player from baseball? Darryl Strawberry, Raleigh Fingers, Dwight Gooden, or Pete Rose?
God, I think Strawberry was the first one. Strawberry? Was it Strawberry? I think it was Strawberry or guys, either between Strawberry and the other one.
Okay, Strawberry, Fingers, Gooden, or Rose?
Man, I'll say Strawberries. It's between Strawberry and Gooden. That's I can say.
Okay. Tony? This
I'll
is
just
cool, man.
I know.
Well,
This one's
Pete
tough.
Rose.
I'll just go with Pete Rose. I have no
Pete
idea.
Rose.
I have
And
no
the
idea.
correct answer is D. Pete Rose.
Yes.
Pete Rose. That's right. Pete Rose. That's right.
Which Major League Baseball's home venue features McCovey Cove, which is over here?
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yes. Astros, Athletics, Miami, or the hated ones? The hated ones.
The hated ones.
Correct. Okay. Albert Pujols played for which team from 2001 and 2011, and he was known as Prince Albert? The Boston Red Sox, the St. Louis Cardinals, the Atlanta Braves, or the Los Angeles Dodgers?
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Correct. Mike Piazza played which position? Okay,
Catcher.
come on. Yep, that's catcher. That's a
Yeah,
given.
catcher, yeah.
Correct. Rich Goose Gossage played
Uh-oh.
which position during his Major League Baseball
Pitcher.
career?
Yep.
Right fielder, base pitcher. Correct. Okay.
Pitcher, yeah.
Which Baseball Hall of Famer is known as the Say Hey Kid?
Willie Mays.
Willie Mays.
Willie Mays, Barry Bonds, Hank
Willie
Aaron, or
Mays.
Babe Ruth?
Willie Mays.
Yeah, Willie Mays.
Willie Mays is correct. Which baseball player is known as the Iron Man? Cal Ripken.
Oh, Cal Ripken.
Yep.
Man, yeah,
Cal
that,
Ripken.
that's a gimme.
Yeah.
Miguel Tejada. Which team won the National League East Division from 95 to 2005? The Phillies, the Mets, the Braves, or the Florida Marlins?
Braves.
Braves.
That is correct. And the picture is there on screen. Which
Actually, that's going to go.
pictured here has not been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame?
Clemens.
Lemons. Yep.
That is correct.
Steroids.
Which baseball player was known simply as the Kid?
Ken Griffey Jr.
And Griffey Jr.
Bingo. That's
Yep.
good. Correct. Which the National Baseball Fame is based in what city?
Cooperstown.
Cooperstown. Yep.
Not Williamsport?
Nope.
Cooperstown. George W. Bush is a former owner of which Major League Baseball team?
Rangers.
Rangers.
Correct.
Oh, Texas Rangers. Sorry.
Babe Ruth began his Major League Baseball career as a member of which team?
Red Sox.
Boston. Yeah,
Yep.
Boston Red Sox. Yeah.
Correct. So you're 21 in a row, guys. Which Major League Baseball's team? Oh, come on, Jorge.
Baltimore. Camden.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, yeah,
good.
Camden Yard. Yep, Camden Yard.
Yep. Baltimore Orioles. All right.
Yeah.
In 1947, who became the first African American to play in Major League Baseball?
Oh my God.
Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson,
Jackie
Jack
Robinson, yeah.
Bobby, or Satchel Paige?
Jackie Robinson.
All right. Oh, which Baseball Hall of Famer was at the center of the Pine Tar?
George Brett.
Oh, George Brett. My gosh.
Yeah. All right.
Come out of that dugout crying. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing.
This is one of the questions I think I looked into this one. Which Baseball Hall of Famer was known as the Man?
The Man.
Babe Ruth, Stan Musial, Lou Gehrig, or
Stan Musial.
Stan Musial.
Stan the
That
Man.
one I did get. Yeah.
Stand the man. Yeah.
Yeah. The San Francisco Giants were previously based in which city? Chicago, Boston, Washington, D.C., or New York?
Oh,
Ooh, that's a good one.
San Francisco Giants.
San Francisco.
Damn.
I'll say Boston.
I'll say
I
New
don't
York.
know nothing.
I'll
New
say
York. Yeah.
Actually, where they're
Oh.
from is because there was a time in baseball where the World Series was always in New York.
New
You had
York.
the Giants, you had the Dodgers, you had the Yankees. It is New York.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I told you I knew nothing.
Baseball teams played home games at the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome from 82 to 2009.
Minnesota Twins.
Minnesota Twins.
Bingo. All right. After 2000, and I guessed correct on this one. After 2004 Major League Baseball season, the Montreal Expos relocated and became which current franchise? Remember, there were three teams involved in this. The Washington Nationals, the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Colorado Rockies, Tampa Bay Rays. It would have been more appropriate for them to have asked Miami Marlins because they were involved as well. But anyway, so which team?
National.
Yep, I think it's Washington.
Correct. Justin. Oh, this is directed to Big Dog. Who's he married to? Remember, that's Mr. Not Tyra Banks. Oh, he's married to that model.
Starts with a K, right? Kate?
Oh yeah, the guy from Tampa.
No.
Justin Verlander. He was.
Oh, Justin Verlander. Oh,
his beautiful.
yeah.
wife.
What's her name? Oh my gosh.
I can't remember. It's Kate.
Upton.
Kate Upton.
Yes. So
That's it.
we call him Mr. Upton on the program. Anyway, was he a team of the Rangers, the Mets, the Tigers, or the Giants?
Tigers.
Tigers.
That's a gimme. Carl Yastrzemski is which franchise's all-time leader in career hits?
Boston.
But yeah,
Boston, yeah. Boston Red
that's
Sox.
correct. 30 in a row. Craig Biggio spent his entire career as a member of which team?
Astros.
Oh, Astros. Oh no, the Angel. The Eagle.
Aw, thank you. That is correct. Which baseball player is known as the captain?
Oh, the Yankees, man. Jeter.
Oh, that's a Jeter.
Jeter.
Bingo, Derek Jeter. That is correct. I didn't even have to show you the names.
Yeah.
Albert Pujols joined which team in 2011?
I think it's your team there.
Was it Anaheim Angels or was
I
it?
think it was the
Yeah.
Angels.
Angels.
Yeah. At the time, I think they still were the Angels.
Was it the Angel or Anaheim Angels?
Correct, the Los Angeles Angels.
Oh, Los Angeles. See?
This was a good one. Which of these players recorded at 200 hits in each season from 2001 to 2010? Ian Kinsler, Chase Utley, Johnny Damon, or Ichiro Suzuki?
I'll go with Suzuki.
I'll go with Suzuki.
Not even close, baby.
No.
Ichiro, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant I was
It
wrong.
was, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Which of these individuals is the former commissioner of baseball? Bobby Cox, Branch Rickey, Bud Selig, or George Steinbrenner?
I'll go with Bud.
Bud
Yep, that is correct.
Selig.
Oh,
Frank
yeah,
Thomas. Frank Thomas.
very good.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorite players, dude.
Yeah.
The image that I have of the Big Hurt is him effing my Yankees all the time, dude. Who did he not burn? The
He's
Big
good.
Hurt.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer all the way. Frank Thomas. That guy was so huge, man. God. Anyway,
He should be playing football.
he could have played anything.
Yeah.
I think he would have dominated the backboards in basketball as well.
Yeah.
Ricky
He was
Griffey
big.
Jr., Alex Rodriguez, and Randy
Seattle.
Johnson all played for which team during their major league
Seattle
career?
Mariners.
Seattle Mariners.
Two of the three actually played with the Yankees, by the way. So,
Wow.
who played baseball under the nickname Joltin' Joe?
Oh, shoot.
Tell me the names.
Joe Torre, Joe Carter, who could have been after winning the World Series, and Joe Kerrigan.
I'll go with DiMaggio.
Oh,
Me
hell
too.
yeah.
DiMaggio.
It's good, guys. Which of these Hall of Fame shortstops won 13 Gold Gloves during their career? When you see the name, it's a gimme. Barry Larkin, Dave Concepcion, Ernie Banks, or Ozzie Smith?
Ozzy.
Ozzy.
Yep,
Wizard of Oz.
it is. Which franchise won the 2017 World Series?
I'm bad with years. Oh, man.
The A-Holes, the Cubs, the
I'm
Yankees.
so
or the
bad with
Warriors?
years.
The Cubs won in 2016 because, folks, famously, every year we had a guy that would do the Cubs report. He says it could be the year. I said, nope, it's not 2015. You guys know why you say that, right? Back to the Future, baby.
Back to the Future.
Shoot.
Yeah. So 2017, who was it?
I'm so bad
The
with years.
Yankees.
Yeah, I was going to say, did they beat? Yeah, the Yankees beat.
The Yankees beat. Will it be the Yankees? I know Yankees beat somebody.
Did they beat the Phillies?
No.
Damn it.
That
That was 09? No, no.
This was the year that the A-Holes cheated.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
that
the
was-
Asian
that's the
Astros.
first one I really didn't know.
I thought it was the Yankees too.
Robin Yount, you know this one, spent his
Milwaukee.
entire career as a member
Milwaukee
of
Brewers.
You both did, yep.
Easy,
The Brew
easy.
Crew.
Okay. In 1961, who passed Babe Ruth as baseball's single-season home run record holder?
Hank Aaron.
Frank
No.
Robinson, Roger Maris, Mickey Mantle, or Roberto Clemente?
Oh,
Single seasons, Roger
Yeah.
Maris.
it was Maris.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. I thought it was.
This is a good one. Big
Uh-oh.
Dog would have known this one too. Vladimir Guerrero began his Major League Baseball career as a member of which team?
Montreal Expos.
Yeah.
Oh, Cubs.
Bingo.
Either one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Montreal Expos. Correct.
Yeah.
Todd Helton spent his entire Major League Baseball career as a
Cardinals.
member of which
I
team?
Card-
think.
yeah.
Wait, I think.
Oakland Athletics, Detroit Tigers, Colorado Rockies, or the Texas Rangers?
Helton. I'll go with Rockies.
Yeah. Rockies. I think so. Rockies.
Correct. Pitcher Walter Johnson spent his entire baseball career as a member of which team? The Reds, the Braves,
I'll go
the
with
Washington
Senators.
Senators, or the Yankees?
I'm not sure. I think Senators.
Yeah. Senators.
Correct.
Whew.
You guys should know this one.
The Hawk.
Baseball Hall, yeah.
Hawk. Yeah,
Hall
the
of
Hawk.
Famer was known by which nickname?
Chicago Cubs.
The Hawk, the Kid, the Man, the Wizard. Nope.
The hockey.
The Hawk.
The Hawk.
Correct. Baseball Hall of Famer, and I knew this one. Paul Molitor finished his Major League Baseball career as a member of which team?
Oh, wait a minute. He finished with he finished his career with Minnesota.
Yeah, I think Twins.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Can you name this baseball player who's waiting for his Hall of Fame shot? You guys
Gary
know that guy?
Sheffield.
Gary Sheffield.
Sheffield
Yeah.
of Dreams.
Oh, I had not heard that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That is good. Mo Vaughn, Tony Gwynn, and Kenny Lofton. Yep, Gary Sheffield.
Yep.
Guys, I still say that Gary Sheffield had one of the best seasons ever on a losing team. I think it was in 2008. He
Padres.
hit 40 home runs that year, guys. And of the 40 home runs, 27 home runs tied or put the team in the lead. Wow.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know if that's the definition of clutch because, I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Damn. 40 of the home runs, he hit 27 of them tied or put them in the lead. That is crazy. Okay. Question number 49. We'll do another one after this. Randy Johnson won a World Series as a member of which Major League Baseball team? Mariners, Yankees, Astros, or Diamondbacks?
I said D-backs.
Yeah, D-backs.
That is correct. And finally, and we'll just do this, we'll carry on next week. In 2022, the Seattle Mariners traded Ichiro Suzuki to which team? The Cardinals, the hated ones, the Yankees, or the Braves?
Yankees.
Yankees.
Damn, that was quick because I guessed correct. The Yankees.
Yes.
All right. Oh, we'll do one more. Which slugger? I think that's incorrect, but that's
Wow.
okay.
Mr.
Okay.
Padre.
Who was the slugger known as Mr. Padre?
Wasn't
Steve
Well-
Garvey, Randy Jones, Tony Gwynn, or Trevor Hoffman?
shit.
It had to be Tony Gwynn.
I'm gonna go Steve Garvey.
Okay. I think it was misleading when they said slugger. The answer is Tony Gwynn.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Tony Gwynn.
Yeah.
I don't
Hey,
remember
guys.
Mr. Padre. I don't remember that.
I don't remember him being a power hitter. But anyway, guys, we are good. This was fun. You guys
That's
did
nice.
very
I like
well.
that was
We
awesome.
will continue it next week, and we'll go from where we left off right here. But hey, it is what it is. Folks, I'm running a little short on time now. Did you guys have any other stories you wanted to talk about right now?
No.
No, I'm good. All I want to show is my love and support to all you guys, even to Philly, everybody out there, man.
Yes.
Support and love. That's what we need, man.
Yeah, that's what it's about, guys. We have
Amen.
everyone, we have ourselves, and we have each other. And
That's important. And
Yes.
also anime, so she don't feel alone. You're also included. So don't think you're alone. No, I'm doing it nice. I'm saying it nice. No, I'm saying it nice.
no, but I knew her reaction.
Yeah, no,
And
because I
was
saw her quiet. I saw her quiet.
Yeah.
I said, man,
That's all right. My
Yeah.
response is quite simple.
no, because see, this
Here you go.
I join. I join here, and with you guys, it's like a family. Oh, I love my squirrels. Don't mess with my squirrels now.
That's right.
Don't mess with my squirrels.
That is funny. That is really good. All right. Now, this is going to be the cheap shot of cheap shots. Okay. But
There's a
I
shock.
say it I can say it because my daughter is high functioning. So, what do you call a group of autistic, or what do you call when a bunch of autistic kids or autistic people get together? Engineers.
No, you didn't.
I am insulting my daughter when I look at my former coworkers, but I'm actually insulting autistic children by saying that. But it fits. You guys know I've talked about them. They're like, yeah, it fits. So you guys got a little bit of a chuckle out of that. That was it. It was good. And try to bring
something?
joke. Oh yes, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, put this picture again with the 3 squirrels.
Uh-oh.
You want the 3 squirrels again?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, hang on.
All right, I'm gonna show you something now, real quick.
Hang on. Here
All
we
right,
go.
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, that's what she said.
All right, there we go. Larry, Curly, and Moo, the 3 Stooges.
Yeah, and I can tell which one is Mo.
Yeah.
That is funny. That is really good. That's a cool picture. I like that one.
Yeah, I like it too.
Bring a joke next time. We've gotten away from that where everyone would bring a joke, which is really kind of cool. It's just an extra little thing that we do. And it is
I think I'm driving the dodo bird ballistic because every time I see a squirrel, I think cool, I send it to him. So he must be getting really sick and tired of squirrels because I keep flooding his squirrels.
actually, look, we all have our arcane things. We do things to people that we love. That's what all it is. That's all it is. I tell you, I've done things to other people. I pick on one little thing and I do it. Like famously, there was this one author that made me laugh in a book. He would say redneck repair tape. And the beauty of the book was he didn't explain it until a bit later, where he said the redneck repair tape is the gray electrical tape or whatever. It's the gray tape. So when I found that out, every time I was at a store or Home Depot, I would see the gray tape in a stand and I would take a picture and I would text it to him. So we do the things that we do, folks. And I did that for the longest time. I know he got tired of it, but I was like, hey, I thought it was funny. Redneck repair tape. So I will bring the joke about the Mexican emergency kit. Do you have one, Jorge?
No, I don't
The
have
Latin emergency kit. The Mexican one is hilarious. I'm going to have that joke next week because I whipped out my first aid kit the other day and people were like, do you have the Vicks? No, why would I? They're like, well, then you're not Mexican. I was F you. Foxtrot Oscar.
Tony, I have a warning for you.
Uh-oh.
Right, I have a warning for you, Tony.
Uh-oh, here we go.
They have not climbed on my screen yet this year, but they usually do. That's usually Spider-Man does. So that's one of my squirrels, Spider-Man.
That's why you named him Spider-Man. That is
he
funny.
climbs on everything.
Yeah. Still,
I thought you'd like that.
no, that one was funny. So, as you guys know, I'm a massive Star Trek fan. People say, "Are you a Trekker?" I say, "I am neither. I am a citizen of the Federation." Because for anyone who knows the Section 130 books, you renounce your citizenship and you become a citizen of the Federation. Well, today, folks, without being rude, I am a Cucamongan. So I think I have to get it right. And I know the joke fell flat, but I'm going to stick with the tongue of a bird because I insulted them accidentally.
All I can say is cuckoo, I'll agree with. Cucamongan, no. Cuckoo, I'll agree with.
I'm all right with that. Guys, I thank you for spending time with me. I thank you for spending it with the big dog. I thank everyone that spent time with us. Thank you today. Obviously, Anime Girl, thanks for jumping in when you did. Jorge as well. And Philly. And yeah, this was a very hard episode, folks, but we did it because we still wanted to. And I thank everyone that joined me. I thank the big dog for coming in as well. And my thoughts and prayers are with the big dog as well. And his family as they work through this. Guys, I lucked out. I had a chance to say goodbye. Big Dog didn't. It was more traumatic for him. So my thoughts are with him. Jorge, thank you. Philly, God damn it. The Philly special. Anime girl. I love you guys. We'll see you. I'm out.
Love you
Have a
guys.
great weekend.
Hello.
Have a good night.
Adios,
Thank you.
man. Bye.